Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now, I will preface this session with we're actually going to open with a role-playing exercise that I've spoken to. So Megan already knows about this. Kayla already knows about this. For the other two of you,
Ooh.
this is something that I cooked up because I think it'll help us get into character faster. It is at the beginning of every session, I'm going to throw you a scene, and there's no stakes to the scene. You guys are just going to roleplay your characters on a casual level. For example, today we will be in a coffee shop. And your prompt is all of you are ordering very different cups of coffee, and you are making an argument, a very intense argument as to why it is the superior choice. And you can end the scene on whatever note you like.
Okay.
Okay. That's going to be the opening scene to the session, okay?
Okay.
You have no
Okay.
idea how much
Now-
knowledge I'm gonna put into it.
I know, I
Lord.
picked this prompt and I was like, yep, super ready. So,
Yeah.
why don't I get today started? Right after this little ad, I guess.
That's immediately what I
Aw.
assumed this was for.
2 unskippable ads, fantastic.
Gotta get the character right now. They're pushing all of their coffee knowledge to the forefront of their mind.
I'm trying to decide what Castillo would order.
This
Is
is
it
somehow harder
right?
for you, I think.
Is
So-
it spice
so-
or is it floral?
Do we just start? Or is it...
Hang on. I'm gonna
Okay,
set the scene.
okay.
Real quick.
Okay.
The 4 of you, beaten within an inch of your lives, some of them having been taken away, albeit briefly, have dragged yourselves from Selm's laboratory on Altrike back down the maintenance tunnels, and as you step foot into Izakai, you are washed in rain. You look up towards the upper tiers and you can see weather control has decided apparently today is a dreary day as everyone is beginning to wake up. Humidity levels were already high because of what you did to the boilers. And so you see steam wafting up from the ground, swirling up into the already dark clouds that seem to be covering the lights. A buzzing sign flickers next to you. You turn. It's a coffee shop. You're all exhausted. It's at least another half narc of just walking to get back to where your ship is being held. Your legs don't feel like they could push any further. You look longingly at the coffee shop. And with a sigh, collectively you begin to just drag yourselves into it. Calico Cafe. A branch of Calico. You step inside, take a seat, look at the menus in front of you. Hi. Welcome to Calico, welcome to Calico Cafe. Meow. Are you ready to order?
Black coffee.
Black coffee.
Of course he would.
What? Why are you saying that like that? No, wait, why are you judging me?
Why would you get a black coffee, Escar?
Because that's how it comes.
He drinks piss. How would you expect anything
You
else?
know, you got me there. You got me there. You could get it so many other better, objectively better ways than black, Eskar. You don't have to suffer anymore. This is a place of rest.
And I like my coffee black. I like it normal. Nothing special to it.
Do we need time to think on that?
Yeah, we might need a few minutes, please.
Okay, I'll be back in a few.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. Look, Eskar wouldn't know flavor if it punched him in the face.
I know plenty of things.
But not that, apparently.
And they've all hit me in the face.
Cygnus, dear, what are you getting?
I really like the look of these frappuccinos, personally. This one
For what?
with a frappuccino,
What's
Eskar.
that?
Nah, she just made
It's
that up.
coffee, but good. I made it.
I
It's
don't
literally
sound
on
like
the
coffee.
menu.
It's called
Literally on the menu.
you said frappahucho.
I mean, to be fair,
Frappuccino.
it's hardly coffee. Chances are they're using a coffee base.
Well,
There's no espresso in that.
No,
You're
there's
drinking
still coffee
sugar.
in it. There's
You're
still coffee.
drinking
I get
sugar.
caffeinated with caffeine.
What are we even talking
Okay.
about right now?
What are you gonna get, Crom? Are you gonna get black coffee?
No,
What are you gonna get?
I don't know.
Have you had coffee
Preferably
before?
something heavy on the milk side.
Well, then chances are you'd like something like a latte, right? That's going to be shots of espresso with milk, maybe
You guys are just
creamier.
making up words.
It's on the menu. Look at the menu directly in front of
Hi.
you.
Are we ready to order?
Hi,
No.
yes. One moment. Do you want something chocolatey? Do you want vanilla, caramel?
I'll be right back.
We're not ready. Thank you.
Why do you need all that?
So it doesn't taste like ass.
How do you know what that
Well, if
tastes
you
like?
gotta put so much stuff in it that it changes what it is entirely, then why
Espresso
you
is made to be sweetened. It's bitter for a reason. You need to add
Well-
sugar to bring out the flavor of the coffee.
know what's an espresso?
Oh,
Some guy
goodness.
ends up behind in the table behind you.
Isn't that a
He turns
song?
around. He looks really upset. And as he walks by, he just says, "I'll have you know, ass tastes just fine." And he walks out.
I'm sure it
what tastes
does.
fine?
Yeah,
What?
you ask if you want to. That's fine.
Why are we licking ass? What is happening
Licking ass.
here?
That guy's licking ass.
What is going on?
800 years, and
Listen.
that's one kink I will never understand.
What is a
Listen.
kink? What are we talking about?
Crom, we're not gonna unpack that. We're talking about coffee, though.
Yes. What sort of flavors are you into? Do you wanna-
something,
You look like a hazelnut guy. You a hazelnut guy?
I don't know.
Have you had? Oh no.
If you
I
just
like-
want
I
something
like,
with milk in it, you
stuff
can just
like
get milk.
light
Like you can
drinks.
just get a
But then
glass of that.
you don't get the caffeine
I don't like, I
from
don't
the
like,
coffee, Eskar.
I don't like sweet stuff
Well,
that
I
much.
ruined the-
I just want a light drink.
I
Alright.
can't hear you over Crom's. I can't hear you over Crom, Eskar. What'd you say to me?
Why would you ruin the coffee with all the milk?
You don't ruin the coffee. You make it better.
If it's a latte, then you're supposed
Coffee
to add...
is, if you want coffee, you get coffee. You don't get
There's
all
a
this extra
difference.
frou-frou crap.
Oh, frou-frou crap.
Frou-frou crap.
2 shots of espresso will be more caffeine than anything you could get in a drip.
Yeah.
Because a shot is bigger than a drip. No duh.
So what does shooting people have to do with drinks?
It doesn't.
Hi.
What-
Oh my god. What? What
Hi.
Hi.
Order a latte. Trust me on this.
No, just get
I
yourself
want-
a glass of milk. Why even bother?
I'll take a latte.
A latte?
That's right, right? Did I say that wrong?
It's a latte.
When
Latte.
you want it now or later?
Uh,
I'll be
was
right
really
back.
funny. Okay.
no, well, I still need. Alright.
What are you gonna get, Castillo?
At this point, I might as well just go to the counter. I'm getting a cortado. I'm trying to decide what I want
What's
to
that?
Okay,
What?
okay. Enough. Alright.
Equal parts espresso and milk.
You don't have to make up
steamed.
words to sound smart, okay?
I know it's making. It's right there.
About her drink order. For no specific reason.
Well,
What are you getting,
typically, it's a cortado. Equal parts espresso and milk. It's steamed, hot only.
Okay.
Anyone who they can make an iced cortado is a liar.
Okay.
Chances are I'll have some steam and some cinnamon, maybe some cardamom.
Hi, my name is Derek. My other coworker is indisposed at the moment. I'll be taking over for your table.
Okay.
Is there anything I can get you?
Hi.
Black coffee.
One black coffee, okay. And then
Yeah.
what size?
You said with eyes?
What size?
Oh, I don't know, just like,
Okay, so you have a tall, and you have a venti, and then you have a grande.
Okay, now what the
That's
hell are we
actually a
talking
different
about now?
chain.
It's
We
different?
have a child size.
Okay.
We have a medium. We have a mega, and then we have a big meow mega.
Oh, well then that's even easier for you, Asgard.
Well, I want the mega.
I'm gonna lean over to Cygnus.
Mega?
Is he making fun of me?
That could be authorized.
Why would he be making fun of you?
He
Grom?
looks so. He starts just beads of sweat going down his face. He's like, no, sir, no, of course not. It's just because we're
themed. Calico Cafe, Grom. It's cat themed.
It's a Calico branch. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
No, don't you even apologize
My
at all.
apologies. My apologies. It's so is that gonna be
No,
hot
you're
or
doing so great,
sir?
Asgard.
Is
Sorry,
that gonna be hot or iced?
I'd like it hot. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So one mega black coffee. Next, he points at Castio.
Oh, yes. Could I do a cortado with cinnamon and cardamom? And the whole milk is fine.
Yes, of course. Would you like that hot or iced?
Hot, please.
Of course. He writes that down.
Do you like it cold?
Sometimes. It goes back to writing.
Interesting.
All right. Medium.
Is that you making your decision, Grom? What did you pick?
He's a liar.
Okay.
What? He can have
Alright,
his own personal opinion.
He gestures to Crom. And you, sir?
I was told it's a latte.
A latte, yes, of course. And then, how'd you like that hot or iced?
How would you take it?
I usually like my drinks hot.
I'll take it cold.
Okay. All right.
I get a surprising amount of those people, actually.
Would you? What kind of milk would you like in that?
There's different kinds.
So
Yeah,
whole,
man.
Whole. And what flavors? Any flavors?
There's flavors.
Okay, no flavor. And then, what size?
Medium.
Medium.
Grom.
Medium. Okay. Yes, thank you. All right, so it's gonna be medium latte, no flavor, whole milk. Okay, and that comes with 2 shots of espresso. Is that gonna be okay for you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic. All right, and you, ma'am.
Yes. I would like a medium chocolate frappuccino with extra whipped cream, please.
Yes, of course. Medium chocolate frappuccino, extra whipped cream. And is that gonna be whole milk as well?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Of course. I'm so sorry. Did you say that was hot?
What kind of monster makes a hot frappuccino? I'm sorry. I apologize. I misspoke. I need it cold, please. As cold as possible. I'm so sorry. You don't
It's okay.
understand you don't understand the damn man. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
and he walks away.
Oh no, I feel bad.
No, I'm
Hold her head in
wondering
her
the
hand.
same thing.
I
The
don't
name
know.
frappe implies that it's blended, so I don't.
Right, how would you make that hot
I
and make
don't
it
know if I
taste
trust
anything
this
other than horrible?
establishment.
What did you
That
say?
would just be frothy.
Yeah, no, it'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. That sounds...
Oy. They really should have
Alright.
just stick to casinos.
I have your orders right here. So that's going to be a medium cardamom with cinnamon. Oh, sorry. This is for you. He hands you your cortana, and then
Sir,
yes.
can I buy you a medium drink as an apology? Whatever you want. Am I allowed to do that?
I don't like coffee.
You work at a coffee shop.
You guys
I
make
don't
other
like
other things.
coffee.
Here you go. Here you go. And here you go. And he walks away. He walks in the back after the first coworker you made cry.
Hmm.
Why is everyone here so sensitive?
You don't know, man.
Well, see now, I got all these drinks that
I'm gonna
Yeah,
walk
for
up.
all
I'm
of
gonna
this
walk up to
crap,
the
dude,
counter
they
with
probably
my
just can't
latte
handle
in
Tom,
hand,
Tom, where are you going?
and
By the way, they both look like they were like 15 or 16.
is there anybody working behind the counter?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'm gonna walk up to one of the workers. Excuse me, can I talk to your manager?
Oh, crap, no.
Grub, no. Grub,
And then I'm
no.
gonna lean in. I think one of your workers is lying.
Crap, no. No, no.
Well, I'm the manager. So what?
I'm pretty sure the guy who just served us our drinks is a liar. And he doesn't even
No,
like coffee, but works at a
You mean
coffee
here?
shop.
Well, liking coffee isn't really a requirement for hiring here. Are you
Personally,
are you-
I don't think you should trust people who don't enjoy their job.
Just let him go for it, Castio. He's just gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
well,
I'm now halfway through my frappuccino.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else? I can
Christina
do for you,
keeps
sir?
eyeing yours before going back to the...
how big is this mega?
I look so unbelievably happy right now. This thing.
Yeah, Sam, could you show us how big the mega is, please?
That's
Yeah,
pretty big.
like that.
I'm modeling off of the 32 ounces.
Okay.
So that's the
Okay.
mega, and then the meow mega. Thank you. Perfect.
It's like a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Like a big gulp.
Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Excuse me.
Cygnus, might I try yours?
Yes, absolutely.
Crime
You
scene.
just hand it to me, no
I don't know.
crumbs.
Yeah, I just handed it to you.
Oh, okay. Well, if there's
I'll just
anything
drink from
you
your
can
safe
do
straw.
for you, just let me know.
Oh, okay.
I think he should be fired, though.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, that's
I think
good.
Derek should be fired.
Yes.
I couldn't do a whole thing of that, but that's nice.
Did he do anything other than not like coffee
I have
or?
like perfected what frappuccino I like because I can't have those at home. They're like super new to me, and also Killian never stopped at
I
coffee
don't know.
shops.
He kind of offended me a little bit.
That just surprised me.
Oh,
He seems
how?
like a drink, drip
said
at home
meow.
sort of person. Did it out of
He
me.
would get the
Black
black
can.
coffee.
We are contractually
He'd get a black
obligated
coffee.
that here at Calico.
You look at me while you say that.
Yes.
I got my whole fucking like snout like in the cup.
I'm very sorry.
You don't think that's a little offensive?
I hadn't considered it until this moment. No.
We're going to have to tip exceptionally well, aren't we?
Oh,
I'm
tremendously.
afraid we've never served a Loxtron before.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a reason for that.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I'm already preparing for this. to
I'll
hurt
take it up the
my
ladder,
wallet.
okay?
How old
Why would you
is
take
she?
it up
She
a
seems
ladder?
like 17.
Okay, sir. Have a great day.
She has
I
like
don't know.
12 piercings. Goodness.
Most of them are around her eyes.
Yeah.
That's badass.
I'm just gonna stand there and just like stare at her.
She's wearing a little
I'm not
pronoun
all
pin.
those piercings.
For the audience at home, I am a gay who works at a coffee shop, okay? I'm stereotyping myself.
That's perfect. It's perfect.
Grom,
are you gonna come drink your drink?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I tell you what, sir, have a wonderful day, and if you need anything else, my name is Sam, and I will be here all day, okay? Just let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
You know what? Yeah, I'll accept
That's your
this.
customer service voice.
Sure.
Yes!
Okay.
I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I get, hi, what can I get for you very fast?
Everyone's got, everybody who works
I do
fast
it at
food
work
or
too,
like
it's okay.
service has got that customer voice.
Yeah.
My drawl comes out full force, so the
All
old
right.
Midwestern people be nicer to me.
I assume this means we're done with the scene because we broke in character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
just about.
Okay. Well.
You do it
after
right when the
that-
music ends too. That was beautiful.
Yeah. After all of that, each of you drag yourselves back to the Bloody Bastard. The door opens. You see inside. Pedro is there, sitting, wagging his tail. He looks at all of you, however, in your rather depressed states. His ears go down.
Hey, Pedro.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy? I go up to pet him.
Very well. Very much better now. You do
Yeah,
not
we
look
missed
good, or
you.
smell good, or feel good.
I don't feel very good, Pedro, but that's okay because we're here now, and everything's fine. How was your little stay on the ship without us? Did you do anything fun?
I slept.
That's really good, man. I wish it could have been me. So I sit on the floor
I had an
and
odd
pet
dream
him.
that I was on a ship, and I was. He gets this distant look in his eyes. It was not a very good dream.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I hold him in my lap, but I just start petting him.
You pet him, he sits there, stares off as he reminisces the horrors of war. And
Of course.
all of you, I assume crash. What is there anything that you want to do before you begin your long rest? Or
Shower.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just slump on the couch in front of the TV, I guess, the TV area, lounge room, whatever it is.
I'm gonna go, while Sydney's in the shower, I'm gonna go spend some time with my box.
Spend some time with what?
The box.
The box.
Oh, okay. Escar,
Yeah,
what you doing?
slumping.
Slumping? Okay. While all of this happens, afterwards, you each lay down, close your eyes, and a very soothing quiet takes over. But something's different when you open your eyes again. That sound, the rain, it's still there. And as you look around, it's so bleak still. Even now, with your minds clear and your bodies filled with strength once more, you realize the color is missing. The day was 27th. Dead at a drill. Clip 1003 post-time skip. The knocks droned on at a miserable pace. The air thick with mist, carrying a musty stench through the lower tiers. Reports of poor weather control echoed from above, many of the middle tiers supposedly suffering much the same. But these were rumors, nothing more than whispers, falling on troubled ears. It was like the color had been sapped from the world. Buzzing lights flickered, as if it took all the city had to keep from falling asleep. The relentless pattering on nearly every window in earshot was enough to drive a man mad. And to think, it had only been a cycle since the mists, since the musk, since the whole station started pouring gray. And so we begin chapter 23, Pouring Gray. Somebody knocks on the ship door. You hear the sound echo throughout the chambers.
I will go answer it.
Okay. You go and you look. It's a short woman. Sorry, short woman. She looks to be Vimnian. She is wearing a sort of white collar shirt, black tie, buttoned cuffs, the sleeves sort of rolled up, suspenders over trousers. She's got her hair black, pulled into a tight bun, dark eyes, shadows under them like she's been awake for far too long. And yet, still took the time to get ready. You can see her wearing a little bit of makeup, a little bit of blush. It, again, just looks gray in the light. An attempt at color. She stands there with an envelope in her hand. Hi.
Hello.
I'm looking for Esignus Acosta.
That'd be me.
All right, this is for you. She hands you the package.
What is it?
Well, I don't read the letters, I just deliver them. Okay. Take care. She walks away.
Okay.
She had legs that went on for miles.
And they
Well,
did all the way back to where she came from.
I want to start walking back to like the where we have our bunk beds, and I'm opening the letter as
Okay.
I walk.
Everyone, I need you to make charisma saving throws.
Oh fuck!
New dice.
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Okay.
That's gonna be so high.
Charisma save.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
The letter, like it was addressed to me, right?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
it's addressed specifically. It says Cygnus Acosta, Captain of the Bloody Bastard.
Ah, I see.
Who got above a 20?
I got a 23.
Fantastic. So, everybody except Castio.
Mm-hmm.
You are... How should I put this?
I don't know.
Your inner thoughts must be narrated out loud in character.
Oh. Okay.
And so it begins.
For like the entire session, or like just
Until I have you roll again.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and everyone who failed, you now believe that you are part of an ex-detective force, and that you previously worked for a man whose name will come up very shortly.
Interesting.
You think you're all ex-cops, except for Cassio.
Okay.
Your intelligence does not change, by the way. Just to be clear.
Oh.
Kale?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. You open the
Well,
letter?
Yeah, I open the letter.
Alright, you
What
open
the
the
fuck is
letter.
this?
The paper's thin. Like whoever sent it was either cheap or fallen on troubled times. Either way, it tears with just a twitch of a wrist. And out of the envelope falls a letter. You open it up. Written in a dark ink, scrawled carelessly, as if they didn't have time to do anything but send. It reads, concerning the crew of the Bloody Bastard, formerly including Captain Acosta, Emberwood, Grouchek, and Castillo. Due to your recent involvement with the incident on Altrike, in connection to the string of recurring murders across Izakai, your presence is requested at the station on Tier 56, District B, 921 Derrick Street. My office is on the 3rd floor, room 13. The dog stays behind. Knock before entering, and bring a damn good sandwich. Thank you for your cooperation, Chief Inspector Elias.
Interesting.
Chief Inspector Elias, your old boss, calls once more.
Of course he wants a fucking sandwich. Can't believe this. I will go find everyone and alert them. Hey guys. We got summoned.
Summoned by who?
Another jab.
Old friend of mine.
Every
It's
time
to do
I
with the-
think I'm done, they always pull me back in.
What?
Leave.
Scar! Kick you.
And to be clear, when
Wake
you're
up.
narrating your inner thoughts, which you have to do, if you don't do it, I will start causing you to take psychic damage.
Okay.
When you narrate your
So,
inner thoughts,
Is this? It's
Yeah.
like an actual narration, like, you know.
it is
I'm
an actual
thinking-
narration.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say everyone in the crew can hear it, even though your lips aren't actually moving, including Castillo.
Okay.
Okay. So something along the lines of, as my eyes open and I come back to the realization of what I'm in, all I can think to myself
What the
is,
fuck are you doing?
damn, I'm hungry. What?
What was that?
What do you mean, what was what?
What
Why did
is
you just-
what?
Why did you just say all of that?
I could tell by the smell.
I didn't say
There
anything.
was food in there. I stared at the box.
Is that Pedro?
Tall box, yes. That tall box. Oh, how I wish I could get in there. I'm starving. Dying. But no. That food is for my friends, my family. I couldn't possibly. I couldn't
Pedro!
ever.
Get out of the fucking pantry!
How did they know I was
Can
in
I
there?
see that letter, Chief?
How do they always know?
Yeah, buddy.
I take the letter. I think to myself, I've seen this before. Back in the case of 99. That was a tough nut to crack, but crack it we did. I left with a few good scars that day.
Why are you trauma dumping right now?
What are you talking about, Chief?
Fuck is wrong
My
with
forehead
these people?
tightened as I am overwhelmed with confusion. What is happening?
What? Yeah, what is...
And as I turn my head staring at the ceiling, in a brooding manner, I realize the city needs me once more.
Oh, this is great.
Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry, were you all drugged? Was I drugged?
Drugs? No. But definitely
I don't
something
remember being drugged.
addictive.
Alright. What's in that letter?
I hand you the letter.
Who the hell
I
is
shake my
Elias?
head, and I leave the room. I can't deal with these fucking people.
Elias.
I just
Always
gotta
kept
go
me
make
on a
that
short
damn
leash.
sandwich.
But I told him, sometimes to break the case, you gotta break a few rules.
This is so... Ow, 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 ow. That paper is so thin. Ooh.
Do you need a band-aid, Castillo? This is what I
Thin.
get for leaving them.
Like the veil of
can't-
peace and
do
justice
with
that I
this right
fight
now.
for every single day.
It's so loud!
Do you need a band-aid?
No, please!
Okay. Man, I hope Castillo's okay. I feel so bad now.
Are you actually making a sandwich for this man? We don't even
I
know
was
who he
eating a
is.
sandwich right now.
I'm reading the letter!
The mention of a sandwich makes my stomach growl.
I can't make a sandwich for all these people. This is already bad enough that I gotta make one for Elias.
Where did they get ingredients for a sandwich? And why didn't they share with me? I'll never understand these people.
Pedro, I'll make you a
One
sandwich
second they're
later.
hot, the next they're
I'm done.
cold.
Pedro, I promise you, buddy, I'll make you a sandwich later,
It's like that
okay?
spot under the heater.
Pedro, would you like some ham?
I'm not making him a sandwich later.
My ears perked up as I heard that word. One of my favorites. Ham. Oh, how I dream of ham. In all of its beauty.
I'll toss him a slice
Smell
of
it
deli
for
ham.
miles. He goes and he absolutely destroys that ham.
Yeah. I'm just joining Cygnus in the kitchen. Here, let me, please.
Just like the talk
Like-
of cases, this talking of food is making me hungry. Hungry for the truth!
This is gonna be such a long...
I'm gonna look in like
long
a
time.
closet or something and see if I can find like a fedora and a trench coat.
Sandwiches would be
Make a
so
charisma
beautiful if they
saving
weren't in
throw.
grayscale.
Are we all making
19.
a Christmas save?
By the way, the only one who notices that all the color is gone is Castillo.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You,
we all
you
making
visibly
saves?
know the color is actually missing.
This is...
What did you
Are
get?
we all
Dawson?
making
A
a save?
19.
Gray,
19.
gray.
You know what? Yes. Everyone make another charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Everyone, me included?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got worse.
22.
I got a 20.
You got a 20?
Yeah,
What'd you
yeah.
get? Megan.
I got a 10.
And Dawson?
19.
Perfect. This is actually really funny. So, Castillo and Escar, you don't see this happen. I'll describe it. You've seen a second. Cygnus, you watch as Crom reaches into a closet that you don't recognize. and pulls out a trench coat and a fedora. And he puts them on. And you just accept it. You don't think about it at all. Castio and Escar, you both watch as Crom walks over to like a breaker box essentially, pulls it open, and puts on a imaginary hat and like an imaginary cloak, and then shuts the breaker box and turns around.
Are my thoughts still being heard?
Yes.
Okay.
Now what the hell? What has you acting so silly?
Entire realities have been warped. Alright. Sandwich! Sandwich for everyone. You too, Pedro.
Yet
Like
again, the mention of that sandwich.
Like a rainy day on a
Tantalizing.
cold, dark night.
Please
Somehow,
stop having
this
thoughts!
just
Sandwich.
feels
Another
right.
one of my favorite words. Pedro comes up and he starts devouring
Already.
the sandwich.
This day was so bad, and now I have to listen to them fucking talk 24/7. I'm gonna kill someone today.
As if you're not doing it too!
What are you talking about? How the fuck does she know what I'm thinking right now?
Are you going crazy or am I?
You know, if we want to think about crazy, I think we're all driving each other insane.
When are we not?
I'm gonna walk up to the kitchen and like lean on the side of the door, my head hanging low. So, you thought I wouldn't notice, huh? Making sandwiches, just like you did on that faithful day. And I look up. When you killed your brother!
What?
Okay, so I really hope you guys figure out what's triggering these charisma saving throws, but I need you to do them again.
Yeah, I figured it out.
You figured it out? Okay, perfect.
I did not.
Another 23.
4.
Got 15.
I got a 3.
I got a
Okay.
dice.
Damn.
Everyone except Castio. You can only refer to yourself in the third person using your full name.
What the fuck?
What do you think you're doing? My god.
Crime Member Ward walks up to one of the sandwiches and takes it. And begins to eat it.
I don't understand. I've never had a brother, first off.
Denial.
Gods know
It's always
how.
the first stage. And just like this sandwich is my first stage, the second will be solving the case. And I walk
Castio,
away.
you said you
You
said
fucked
you
up.
never had
You
a
fucked
brother?
up.
What?
Austin said my instead of his full character's legal name.
I know, I'll get to that in a second.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you
Yes.
did.
Whoops.
Castio, did you say you never had a brother?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to make a persuasion check.
Ooh. I've never had a brother. I only have sisters. I've only ever mentioned that. 14?
Okay. Nothing happens.
There has to be some asteroids or something in the break area. Escargochik thinks to himself.
What is making you think about asteroids? Cygnus also looks at him, really confused.
Don't you know, like the pastries?
What about
Justin.
pastries?
Escargochik will be back.
Yeah.
Crom takes 2 psychic damage.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
gonna head
Sig-
over.
Cygnus Acosta
Get something.
just holds her head in her hands. She can't do this anymore.
Well, alright. I've packed this little sack.
Again, Cygnus takes 1 psychic damage.
Oh fuck. Not even pronouns? Okay.
There's a specific restriction on pronouns that you broke.
Okay, I see it. And I can...
I'll tell you what it is. You can't use 2 in a row.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay.
Alright.
What did
Can I
you
roll an
say?
investigation to find some
Cassio.
pastries?
You absolutely can.
Awesome.
Well, I've packed the sandwich as requested for this Elias fellow. Because I have a
Word
feeling you
goes
are
down and
An
leans against the
approval.
entrance of the
Yep.
bloody bastard, waiting for his chief's approval to set sail.
That's
Cygnus Augusta is a little confused at being called chief, but she's not gonna complain about it.
I got an 11 on that.
11 to find a
investigation.
pastry.
Yeah.
What kind of pastry?
Like the asteroids you talked about.
Ooh.
You know, the ones I was eating before we got to sleep.
No, I don't remember. Actually.
Oh.
They're like
I'm really
snowballs.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
okay,
like
okay.
the little Debbie
Yeah.
snowball, or like the host of snowballs, but
Yeah. Oh shit! I actually have a note. Hang on.
He's got a note.
Hostess comments.
Amit. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you pull out some hostess comments and you start eating them. Yeah.
Oh, finally, as Escargochik says to himself, eating this delicious little ball of things that were never alive before.
Do any of... Alright. You know what? If you've been summoned by someone, why not go?
She's
Can I get
so right. Cygnus thinks to himself. Fuck.
That's 3 psychic damage.
Agrees. Let's go see that guy.
Right.
Wait, what guy?
The old boss.
You don't know.
Oh,
Elias.
Elias.
Okay. Just making sure.
Cygnus Acosta knows the boss's name.
I'm sure she does. I'm not sure why you're all noir, but fine. Fine.
Escargochik has never heard of this word noir before. Confuses him. As if something's wrong, as if not everything's normal.
No!
Oh,
The world is
What?
missing color. You're all speaking like you're noir detectives.
when will
I've
they be
been
rid of
noir
this
film
now?
in hundreds
Cygnus
of years.
Acosta says to herself.
Crime
You're
member Ward is
speaking
getting
in
quite
third
bored,
person. You're
leaning
narrating
against the
your
wall
thoughts.
Third
and
person?
brooding.
What?
Castio, did you say they were speaking in third person?
Yes!
I need you to make a persuasion check.
Please! That one!
Let's go.
The story demands it.
Nothing happens.
Cygnus Acosta shakes her head, stands up tall. Let's go.
Would you like a cigar with that?
You hear from down below.
Perfect.
Crime member Ward will in fact like a cigar. It would complete Crime
Do you
Member Wood's
have
outfit quite
cigars?
nicely.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the cigars would be such a good aesthetic. Sickness ponders.
Do you
Crime
attempt to
Member
pull
Wood
out
thinks to
cigars or
himself.
no?
Crime Member
Yes.
Wood doesn't even know what a cigar is.
I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh god!
20.
We're good.
Oh yeah, baby.
16.
Find it later.
What'd you get, Escar?
Nat 20.
Okay, and then Castio?
Another 23.
Okay.
I keep rolling
Rom?
16s.
I got a 16.
Okay. Castio and Escar, you watch as Cygnus pulls out absolutely nothing. Begins to smoke on nothing. Crom and Cygnus, you're both now kitted out with thick cigars.
Yes, sir.
Are they Cuban?
Delicious Cuban cigars. Absolutely amazing. Crom, you find some in your coat pocket.
You know, there might be something wrong. There might be truth. Just Castillo's words, Escar Gochik thinks to himself.
Are you attempting to make an intelligence check?
No, I'm just,
Oh, okay. Just narrating, gotcha.
yeah.
Cygnus takes a long puff of her cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And
if only
then
you had licorice.
real. And walks out of the ship.
Crime Member Ward looks at Cygnus Acosta as she climbs down the ladder. Crime puffs his invisible trench coat as he stares at Cygnus Acosta. Time to hit
Let's
the
go,
road,
Crop.
Chief.
Yeah.
Crom thinks to himself, man, Cygnus looks good, having that cigar in her hand.
Cygnus
Dusty.
immediately puts out the cigar. What a fucking weirdo. Cygnus thinks to herself.
Crom cries a little on the inside.
Well, maybe he deserves it.
Oh my god.
Enough dilly-dallying.
So
Let's get it over with.
yeah, Crom's gonna take two psychic damage.
No. I'm gonna die by this.
It's
Because
okay.
Cygnus made him cry?
No. Different reason. So
Oh.
all of you begin to walk. Again, these mists that have formed down near the buildings, it stretches high, about 10-15 feet. You can still make out the lights of the city as you move through it, but you can't see more than 50 or so feet in front of you. It all disappears into gray. And the pour, the rain, it washes everything but your sin down into the gutters, soaks your clothes. Crom, your trench coat is drenched, and your hat is doing its absolute best to keep it from getting into your eyes, but to no avail. As you make your way up to Tier 56, District B, 921 Derrick Street. You see it, the building. It's an old-looking building, weathered. You see streaks on the side where the rain has washed away whatever paint was on here. The gunk from the roof, leaving marks that stretch down to the ground, to the pavement itself. Some of the windows are boarded. This building looks like it hasn't been in use for some time. But the lights are on. And the door is unlocked. You walk inside. You see a large room with a lot of different desks, old papers stacked high, phones ringing, but there's no one to answer. The room is empty, abandoned. You look and you can see furniture sort of strewn about a little.
What a sad sight. Sickness Costa thinks.
Everything went to shit.
Just like this whole moment.
Does that phone keep ringing?
Yeah.
I answer it. Hello? I haven't seen one of these in forever.
Everyone froze a second for me. Did you pick up the phone?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make a charisma saving throw, everybody.
Okay.
Oh, yay. Where did I put that
I'm
dice?
so desperate. Let me fail!
You can choose to fail.
Nah.
I'm never
No?
succeeding.
I'm not gonna disrespect the story.
Okay. So you pick up the phone. It's no longer ringing. You put it to your
Hello?
ear. You hear static, which is odd. And you hear a voice.
Hello?
Odd. Click.
Odd.
You set the phone down and it starts ringing again.
What?
You
Can I
see,
go answer
Somebody
it?
else wanna answer that?
you see stairs that lead up to the office.
Cygnus Acosta would like to answer the phone.
Okay, you pick up the phone. What did you get on your charisma?
6.
A 6?
Yeah.
You pick up the phone, and you hear a voice on the other line. Hi, is this the office of, well, I suppose you know who I am already, and I know who you are.
Of course.
You sound so different over the phone. Listen, I can't stop thinking
Listening.
about you. You're on my mind like a weighted blanket. Drenched from all this rain. It's heavy. Wet. I need you. Come over to my place. We can talk things out. It's not your fault what happened. And I'm sorry for the way I handled things. I know work has got you all wound up, but I think I can help with that.
Am I allowed to talk in first person for this?
No.
I stop? No, fuck. Okay. Gosh, this is fucking me up.
What's the word on the street, Chief?
What does that mean? Cygnus holds the phone back.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
What's on the other line?
Ah,
Yeah, what's the call about?
heartbroke woman.
Mm.
Asking yours truly to come pay him a visit.
I'm gonna,
Why in the hell?
I'm not gonna let you do that.
Acosta?
That's gonna be another. That's a 1 psychic damage from you.
You asshole!
I can't believe
Mm-mm.
I can't believe that thing even works.
Oh, it's working.
Well, the last place I saw a phone like that was a museum about the old world.
Chief Cygnus
Listen.
Acosta never was one to capture the hearts of the Undercity.
Listen. Dear. You just give Cygnus Acosta some time. She'll be there this evening. And Cygnus hangs up the phone.
Right before you hang up, you hear, "I'll be waiting."
Perfect.
And of course, you know where to go. 83 Buren Street, room 10.
Okay.
Your old flame.
Why was it we were told to be here?
Well, it seems the office is up that way, so... if that has anything to do with it.
Cygnus shakes her head. Of those thoughts resurfacing with the phone call. She's got a job to do. Alright. We go to the top.
Somebody's
Let's
going
go.
to the top.
So,
What?
it's so it's 3rd floor. You walk forward until you hit room 13 and you see it. One of the only doors that's not boarded. And the only one that's got a light behind it. You see frosted glass and a plaque over it. Chief Inspector Elias. And then underneath it, a newer plaque. Private Inspector.
Cygnus puts herself at the front of the group. Obviously. She knocks, as instructed.
Come in.
Well, Cygnus opens the door, obviously.
You see that standing, hands on a windowsill as he looks out into the gray. A tall man, about 6'2". His hair is unkempt. His appearance shaggy. Wrinkled coat thrown over, trousers hitched up. You can see the sleeves pushed back to reveal bruised knuckles, like he's recently been in a fight. You can see the skin is still healing. He turns ever so slightly. You can see his thick glasses reflecting the light in the room, which is illuminated by a single flickering bulb at the top. Well, well, well. If it isn't Cygnus Acosta. How have you been?
Oh. Can't complain.
Hmm.
You look rough.
Guess you could say I've been barking up the wrong tree. Now, I see you've got yourself a new crew. And some familiar faces. One unfamiliar. He turns and looks at you, Castillo. Nice coat. He gestures to. He looks at Chrome.
Cygnus pulls out a cigar from her coat, hands it to him. For old time's sake.
Okay, listen, pal. I can't. That's 4 psychic damage. You can't keep doing this.
What do you mean?
Full name.
I'm killing myself.
I'm having trouble keeping up, but I'm doing my best. If you do it too many times, I'll correct you.
Okay. Okay. Cygnus Acosta hands him the cigar.
He reaches out and takes it.
Okay.
Puts it in his mouth. Lights it. You're supposed to light these things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how a cigar works.
Of course I know how a cigar works. It's just been a while. He looks back. He looks back out into the gray longingly.
He was never the brightest. Cygnus Acosta reminisces.
Crime Member Ward steps forward.
They were never the most sensitive. He reminisces back.
Alright, Elias. Enough with the formalities. Why don't we get...
What's Chief Inspector Elias to you? You don't think I remember when you left the force? You were one of the first. You were supposed to set an example for the crew.
Crime Member Ward was trying to set an example in this city.
Well, look how that turned out. He gestures around to the empty station. Nobody cares about the law anymore.
What's about we all cool it? We're here to do our
Level-headed as
job.
always. How you been, Ground Chick?
Oh, you know, Escort Ground Chick has been taking it slow.
Yeah.
Up until, Escort Gold Chick heard the call. That's all I know.
Well, I've been hearing the call for some time. Since I was born, in fact. The call never stops. In this city, it never sleeps. I was surprised to hear you were under investigation. Are my sources correct?
Unfortunately.
Sometimes
Thought of countless paperwork. Just
you gotta break a few
overflows
eggs to make an
Escort
omelet.
time.
Eggs. Haven't been able to afford those in a while. Must be nice doing all that mercenary work out there. Thinking you're above the law, above the truth.
Crime Member Ward makes his own truth.
But I suppose I've cracked a few eggs here and there, so to speak. Things ain't what they used to. A warrant ain't enough to get someone convicted these days. You gotta get your hands a little dirty. How you doing, doll? He looks over at Cassio.
I'm simply listening.
You're simply gorgeous.
Thank you. I've been told.
Now's not the time for flirting, Elias.
Now's never the time.
Says the one with an old flame.
She called? He looks at you. Yes.
Cygnus Acosta looks away. Left a little message.
You
Just
gotta
some
stay away
unfinished
from her.
business.
Chief
She's
Cygnus
bad
Acosta
news.
always had problems saying no.
Ain't that the truth? That wasn't until I asked her to be put on this case.
So about the case.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. Alright.
Get to it faster.
We take things slow these days. No point in rushing. As you can see, the weather ain't getting any better. Unless you want to dredge through that. We got plenty of time. Pull up some chairs. And give me my damn sandwich.
Oh,
He
yes.
goes over to his desk and he sits down. He puts his feet on the table. Then takes them off and
Keeps
puts the sandwich
talking
where his
to
feet were.
Castio like that, Cygnus Acosta's gonna start swinging. And she shakes her
wow.
head upset.
He unwraps a sandwich, just takes a look at it, sort of flips through the ingredients.
Cygnus Acosta pulls up a chair for Castio too.
I made it myself.
Anderson.
I can see that. It looks delicious. He puts out his cigar, takes a huge bite, and then he like visibly gags. Sorry.
Delicious, right?
Haven't had real food in a while. I just been drinking. He points over to a shelf you hadn't noticed before. That is completely full and overflowing onto the floor with empty bottles.
Funny.
You're skipping out on your AA meetings, huh? It's not a good time to relapse.
Wait, Chief, you said real food?
Ain't so anonymous when you're inspector like me. I found out who all those
Wow.
chumps were after the first meeting. Most of them still use. Just
You go for yourself, not the other people.
what would you know about other people?
Scotch, You're a man of taste.
Yes, well, even that's starting to fade these days. But I tell ya, some flames burn forever. He sets the sandwich down. I'll get back to that. But for now, we got to get to this. He slams a stack of papers on the table.
Oh, God.
So, something to do with the barefoot butcherer, huh?
Seems like it.
Never ceases to amaze me how you get tangled in these webs.
You certainly got a knack for it.
Yeah. And it seems you're tangled particularly well with this one.
I'm sorry, who?
The barefoot butcherer.
Right.
They've been killing I don't know. I literally don't know. Hang on, let me grab my notes.
Oh, so
You
that
think
was
about
You're
it.
more prepared for this, Elias.
He pulls out another stack of papers and just starts rifling through them. Let's see. Not there.
It's all a misunderstanding.
Not there, not there, not there.
Boss Elias always had problems with the debriefs.
Okay, a couple weeks or so.
The man couldn't keep an organized filing cabinet to save his life.
I wish I couldn't hear you.
Commander
Let's
Elias's
first-
filing cabinets were just like his liver, falling apart.
Fucking Star Brian, here we go again. Alright, so the first murder occurred back on the 27th of Remenrel. Now, I know we haven't dealt with many serial cases before, but I tell ya, this is one serial case. So much so that if you poured some milk in it, you could feed a family breakfast for weeks.
You thought about that joke a lot, didn't you?
Just came up with it just now.
He's such a bad liar.
He looks out into the rain. I had been coming up with that joke for months. It took a really long time.
Wait,
I'm sure they're laughing really hard on the inside. But I don't got time for stuff like that. I ain't no kid no more.
you just said I so many
I'm not even a
times.
chief inspector. What'd you say?
You said I so many times.
Psychic damage.
Me say take psychic damage?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
The rules.
Okay. There. Elias had been coming up with that joke for a long time. And gosh, that dame is pretty. But some about them seems different.
Crime Emberwood would like to go through the papers.
You go through the papers. A lot of them are handwritten. It's a stock of like notes. You get to the more organized sections. They're case notes. Now, Chief has been following these cases, it seems, since the very first. Almost like he had a hunch something was going on. You see there are 11 total victims to date. The last one being a cycle ago. Oddly enough, the case that you guys are under investigation for is not on this list. But everything else is here. Make an investigation check, I guess, and then I'll give you as much information as I think that would earn.
Oh yeah. I got a 2.
Okay. So you see that there are 11 total victims, not including the guy that you guys killed. And you can see that accompanying all of the different files, there are photos and names.
Hey, we only killed him once.
And then we got him back!
Who? I didn't specify how many times.
Oh,
I just had the guy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you narrating that out loud?
No.
Or what was going on?
Oh, I was just, I don't know.
Remember, guys,
Okay,
he was
well,
alive
you're
when we
correct.
left him.
You did only kill him once. But he is the guy you were under investigation for, because you had his shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them soaked in DNA.
Mm-hmm. He was alive when we left him! Hey.
Now,
The sandwich he left there on the side of his desk. Tantalizing. Just sitting there. Waiting to be devoured.
I can see
Saliva
on the corner.
drips from the maws of my
Hang on, I have to take psychic.
escargot chick.
Okay.
Crime Emberwood throws the papers back on to the desk.
Cygnus Acosta takes them. She wants to.
Elias looks over at the sandwich, narrows his eyes at Eskar Grouchick. I can see he's thinking about taking my sandwich.
You said
He
I.
always was a hungry, hungry hippo. But he wouldn't dare. Not today
Look.
of all days.
What's
Besides,
more
we ain't
can
as close as we used to. He looks into the rain.
Chief,
Yes.
what more can you tell us about this
The
barefoot?
moment is
butcher?
now. The chief is distracted. I can swoop in and obtain my prize.
Up.
Fuck, you're making psychic damage.
Hang on. It's 2 psychic damage.
Okay.
And I appreciate your honesty. There's a lot of things going on at once.
I will say,
If
Castillo
I
has
catch
decided
myself doing
to...
it, I'll call myself out.
Sounds good. I'll tell you what, Castillo has, decided to have way too much fun with this. Has completely, leaned back in the chair, has one leg over the other. What more can you tell me?
They weren't like other investigators I'd met. This one was focused. But playful, even. My curiosity got the better of me. Are you a theorem?
I am.
Hmm.
I take it you haven't seen much of my type.
Let me tell you, you're the first of your type I've ever seen.
I get that
As
a
far
lot.
as a theorem go, I've met a couple.
Cygnus Acosta's got to restrain herself right now. This isn't the time to get violent. But Cygnus doesn't like how he's looking at her.
So, the victims. He gestures to a wall that you hadn't noticed before. It's a cork wall, of course, covered in red string. You see photos of all the victims.
It would be red.
Yeah, it would be red. Dark string that connects all of the different photos and a bunch of different like newspaper clippings and receipts and one word at the top with a question mark at the end. Syndicate?
What's on the receipts?
The receipts are for building purchases. You can see a couple of them look like he's like sectioned them off. I want you to do an investigation check actually to see if you can read this board.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just swing my little hips on over there.
Their hips were so small. Could squeeze through any window. Perhaps even my bedroom window.
Ugh. That is a 21.
With a 21, you can see the receipts have been like put together in a way that you can kind of trace the receipts back to one company essentially. So what's happened is a bunch of like shell companies have been purchasing buildings across Izakai from maintenance tiers up to level 56.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that all these shell companies seem to point back to Big Bertrand Corp. And you see the word Berg circled in red many, many times, or circled in what would be red many, many times.
Wait, is this like a Sin City thing to where there is some color, or is this just full noir?
Everyone make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
I'm not gonna use that one anymore.
I got a 21.
19.
I got a 14.
I got a 10!
Okay, so
Yes!
everyone but Eskar, the red in the room is very pronounced. The rest of the color is gone. So now you can see the color red. So all of a sudden, all of the connections just like pop. And you see that red circle over and over.
Interesting.
But yeah, so all these shell companies that have been purchasing buildings all go back to Big Bertrand Corp. And again, the Berg is circled several times. Going back up to that section that's labeled Syndicate, you can see Leader, Berg, and then a photo of a shadowy figure in a trench coat and a fedora turning a corner.
This Big Bertram. What's the word?
Just one. Burger. They've got joints everywhere. Big Bertrand's Burgers. You'll find one on every tier, at least. He's got his fingers in all sorts of locations. Look. Just last week, he purchased this building, and he points to a photo on the wall. Now, this used to be the like factory that made pastries, right? Now, you would think, is he getting into making pastries? What's he want the building for? What's up with that?
What's up with that?
I don't know. That's why I called you guys here. I can't seem to find a connection. And I can't help but think. These purchases, they all seem to align with at least one of these victims. And he points back to the victims of the Barefoot Butcherer.
You think Big Bertram's taking out the competition?
Do any of the victims look recognizable to anyone we've seen before?
I mean, you saw the photos of the victims before.
Well, yeah, but like people we've
No.
seen in person. Okay.
None of them look like anybody you've seen in person. You can see that. Okay, so with every single victim, there's a list of
hold on.
attributes.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay.
It'll take a second, I swear.
Oh, he's grabbing a fedora.
He's getting a fucking prop.
Yep.
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 Oh, this is gonna be great. Hold on.
Yep.
Holy star, Brian.
I just remembered I had this in my closet.
You look
List of attributes
Yes.
to the victims.
So each victim has a list of attributes: age, sex, occupation, location of death, cause of death. You can see for cause of death, most of them redacted. The ones that aren't redacted, gunshot. Slug, usually to the back of the head.
What are the professions?
It really it varies. So, like pastry chef to like tech worker. You see, make another investigation check.
Okay. That's gonna be a 21.
Okay. So with the 21, you can tell a lot of these were. Okay, hang on. Let me give you an exact number.
Okay.
Okay. So, a lot of them, exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, were people who had their own businesses, their own small businesses. And that varies from like pastry chef to like tailor. As far as you can see, between occupations, you don't immediately find a connection there. It's very varied, other than the fact that it seems like they were all the owners of their businesses.
Right.
Do you share this information?
6 of these victims were business owners. There was a time a while ago, Cygnus Acosta remembers, in like a sandwich shop a while ago, hearing about a big Bertrand taking out competition. Now I can fuck.
Crime
Now-
words and 6 were right.
Cygnus Acosta can understand
2 psychic damage.
why. Okay. Why the pastry chef might be gone. But she's not sure why the other places would be gone. Unless Bertrand has ties to other things besides his burgers.
Oh.
Crime and reward has a
Taking out
theory.
competition in other fields.
Oh yes, I remember
Let's hear
that.
Crom's theory.
It's not about the businesses themselves, but the fact that they are businesses. He wants nothing but Big Merchant burgers lining the whole station.
You think he's making room for more burger joints?
Crime and
He
reward
might
thinks
be.
Big Bertram is making room for more money.
You could be onto something.
Does everyone want to see Escar's prop now?
Yo,
This guy's thinking,
Holy shit.
Crom.
Did
Everybody
Escar
making
get
reward
his
might be
fucking
right.
trench
What,
coat
you
that's
think-
also in the closet?
oh, are we making charisma checks?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you
Nope.
think?
I'll be right back.
Oh
Nope.
my god, yes!
I'll be back. Right back.
Oh wait,
All right.
I don't know what's happening here, but depending on what happens,
What do you want? Come here. Hey,
I pried my eyes from their satin lips.
Where'd you get
Look at
that
the
rat,
wall on the
Escar?
floor.
it's fighting me.
Crime and
I think he
reward
might be
thinks Elias's private office is a little infested.
Elias,
Look
what's
at the state of
around?
this place.
Infested.
Do you not see the big rat on your floor right now fighting with Escar?
Castillo, no last name given, got a 17 on that charisma check.
Oh, wait.
Everyone is now wearing what they're actually wearing.
I'm in it now.
You're in it now.
Finally.
Okay, hang on. Maybe I want to add one more thing. Okay. Anytime someone reaches into a pouch or container, I need you to tell me.
Okay.
Do I have any pockets in here? I don't think I do. No.
Cygnus pulls a granola bar out of her pocket, starts snacking on it.
I need you to
Where are
roll a
you?
d20 for me.
Okay.
Hey.
6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your camera's
You-
glitching the fuck out.
I was
Oh
just
my
about
God.
to say if that was happening for anyone else.
Mine?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is
Going
tripping.
bonkers.
I've been doing it like a little bit.
Yeah, but now it
Yeah,
just got
I think
really
that
bad.
It's falling apart.
I don't know what it could possibly. Hang on.
I mean, if you can't fix it, it's not like a huge deal.
Yeah, just make sure your cables are in the right spot.
Well, I just unplugged all my cables a second ago.
Oh.
That could be it.
Okay.
Okay, camera gone. Cygnus is gonna go grab a cookie.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
All right, I'm back, baby. Okay. All right. Cygnus pulls out a granola bar, I guess. That happens. Now. General crime has been going up as well. We've seen an increase of drugs, illegal weapons, but as far as I can tell, none of those cases are related. I can't seem to find a pattern here. But maybe you're onto something. Maybe Elias has been looking in the wrong place. That being said, there's not many places that Elias can look. You see, red tape has all these places locked up. Closed off. Active crime scenes that I ain't a part of no more. Now that the Force has gone. I'm a one-man show now. Elias is the Force. You may have noticed Private Inspector on my door. Chief, yes. But only because I can't get anyone to work with me these days.
No wonder the building looks like shit. No offense.
Not sure how that wasn't supposed to be offensive. But you're right. This place has gone to shit. And to think, it was full of bright young minds, working together to solve the streets. Since the station was in its earliest stages of construction, we've been here. I've been here. But now, I'm cut off. And the law, she works against me now. I still have principles. I won't cross that tape. But I thought maybe you might.
Anything to get to the bottom of this.
Knew I could count on you. What about the rest of you? I'm sure you understand the risks involved, given your recent encounter with Borka. Ooh, that man gives me the shivers.
As long as the chief's in the way, escort gold ship will follow.
Rom and Castillo.
Mm-hmm.
You agree to come with Cygnus Acosta to work on this?
Castillo, no last name given, winks. Oh, you know it.
Cygnus Acosta looks away.
Crime Member Ward stands
File
up.
hidden.
He puffs his trench coat. Someone's got to do the dirty work around here.
Do you think that maybe Big Bertrand is sending people to... Castillo opens her notebook, flipping through the pages. Purgatory?
We think pretty similar.
Where have I heard that before?
Crime Member Ward looks to Castillo, no last name given, raises an eyebrow. That devious bastard.
Devious indeed. Hamburgatory. Hamburgatory. I swear I've heard that before. But I can't put my finger on it. It's like an ant crawling underneath my desk. Just can't quite reach it. And then there's that ant crawling underneath my desk. That bastard ant. God, I hate him so much. He's been eating crumbs.
An ant?
What?
What did you say?
Well, you know what they
Just
say.
focus. We're talking about murder here. We don't have
Right.
time for games.
Well, you know what they say, Castillo says. Where one ant is, more are to follow.
And to find
Usually
the
there's an
anthill, all you have to do is follow the ant.
I think I see what you're getting at. Perhaps the syndicate's lingering around one of these locations. Interesting. There's still a few more pieces of the puzzle we're missing. Cause of death. Redacted. 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 I visited the morgue several times, flashed in my badge. They wouldn't let me in. I can only go off of the murders I got to quick enough. Gunshot back of the head. Twice, I was able to arrive quicker than the forces. But they're covering it up! He slams his fist on the table. And I can't figure out why!
Would it not also stand reason to be a gunshot, Castillo says, unless he's escalating?
The thing is, usually with serials, there's consistency, a pattern. What bugs me the most about these cases is I can't find one.
Can't remember what already told you a pattern. All the victims
It accounts for
are
6.
businessmen.
That accounts for 6 out of 11. Granted, it's more than half. It's the best we've got. But as far as I can tell, the only thing that links every single one of these together is the fact that they're all buried 6 feet under. And I mean that figuratively because these guys were launched into space. Probably, I mean, corpse disposal is difficult these days on a station. Can't do much.
Of course.
If their bodies are still being held in the morgue because this case is open, and they have indeed all been linked, then there's a chance you might be able to break in and see the records for yourselves.
Oh, they've been linked all right. Castillo saunters, like a sausage on a hot day.
Like a chain link fence, from one end to the next.
Like a giant food chain.
Like
None of
that.
these guys should make up metaphors for anything.
Don't worry, detective. We'll get to the bottom of this one.
I suppose if we're gonna start anywhere on that hill, it might as well be on the bottom. Now, the morgue is here. He taps the board. You see, there's like this printed out address of the morgue, as well as like times written on it. Patrol. They got personnel that walks around these times, and they got a couple guards stationed at the front. Now, when I first saw the guards, I didn't think much of it. But, as you know, Elias has a keen eye. Why would they station guards outside of a morgue? They only do that when the case is military. This stinks. And what makes matters worse, the guards wouldn't identify themselves, but they were carrying military-issued firearms. Sluggers. Camera, stop it.
Well, it stopped.
Hello?
Hello, man. Frozen in time on our screens.
Yeah, you ain't moving, pal.
Oh dear. Give me 1 second.
Does Elias take psychic damage because he used a first-person pronoun?
Sorry, doll, I didn't get all that.
Does Elias take psychic damage because he used a first-person
mouse.
pronoun?
Oh god. My mouse.
Elias is poor, outdated technology. Really needs to upgrade it. Oh,
No! Why is this happening?
Just like Elias's building, it seems this case has fallen apart before it's even started.
Much like his liver.
Much like Elias's liver.
You leave my liver out of this, goddammit!
Sounds like garbage.
I need to take a. We need to take a quick break, everybody. So we're gonna
Okay.
take a quick break here.
Okay.
You guys can discuss what your next course of action is, and then I'm gonna try and troubleshoot my camera. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You can just leave it off. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
No, I gotta see him.
I mean, I guess. Personally,
Alrighty.
Course of action.
personally,
We go to the morgue.
I think we should investigate the chains.
It feels so good to use
Yeah.
first person pronouns.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go back to some of the scenes of the crime, whichever ones we're allowed to be at, and we need to check out the morgue. That's what I think.
No, I agree. We need to get as much information about those people as possible.
We need to figure out what the hell is making this happen.
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually like it. I think this is fun.
Well,
Except for the third person thing, that's getting kind of annoying.
The third person thing, it's
I like the bit. I'm not a fan of the third person thing.
He's back.
You can get rid of the third person thing at any moment. None of you have tried more than once.
Get rid of it? Fuck you mean get rid of it?
I set up a way in the very beginning of the session to get rid of these.
Oh, yeah.
Charisma checks, I assume.
Intelligence.
yeah.
Intelligence save.
Okay, is everyone good?
Yeah. Don't we have to do something to trigger the intelligence save, though?
You just have to be like, what the hell? Why are we doing this? And then.
I
Assuming.
see.
All
Crime
right.
Member Ward is
Does
getting
everyone
pretty
know?
tired of the third person thing. Crime would like to roll for intelligence save.
You broke the fourth wall, but okay. Yeah, go ahead. Just make an intelligence check, I guess.
I got an 8.
That's not what I was talking about, but yeah. So you got an 8. That doesn't do anything.
Alright, sick.
No. That is not what I was referring to.
No.
What I was referring to has only been attempted once, and it failed.
Yeah.
But it required somebody else.
It requires somebody else calling out the illusion, which we don't have right now.
Actually, there is one person who is not affected by the third person.
It's not me, apparently.
I know it's not me, because I haven't succeeded on any of the rolls.
I succeeded on the not third person one, so I guess it's me. Yeah, it's different effects.
Did you get your shit figured out, Elias?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm waiting to hear what you guys are gonna do.
Gotcha. Cygnus Acosta says we go to the morgue first.
Crime agrees.
Escort code chick concurs.
Well, look, as long as we can avoid, all the guard ship.
If we just
Would
make
that
a
be-
distraction.
We can always figure that out when we get there.
Agreed!
Yeah, is now a good time?
Is
Now
a
a
good
good time.
To go past the changing of the guards?
Oh, so you look. I mean, you can get there before the next shift if you hurry.
Ooh.
Otherwise, the next one's in like a few narcs. They switch out every like 6 or so narcs.
Hey, you.
Mm-hmm. Let's get out of this dive, shall we?
Scram.
Agreed.
I was just about to say that.
See you later, Gumshoe.
Car member Ward leaves the building.
Says Cygnus Acosta.
Elias looks out the window at the pouring gray. I'm no gumshoe, he whispers. I'm no gumshoe at all. You make your way down the stairs. Again, phone rings. It never stops. People all across Izakai calling in with their worries, their troubles, their fears, their shadows. But, as you can see, there's not a goddamn soul left here to care. Not a soul left to answer that phone. And so it rings. And the people, they stay afraid. You step out onto the streets. The rain is still pouring. Odd. Usually a precipitation cycle only lasts 7 knocks was the record. The limit is less than that. And these mists. Strange.
There's something real fishy going on.
Something suspicious about this rain. Never used to rain like this. Drowning out everything.
Cygnus Acosta wonders if something got damaged during the stutter to just make it perpetual. But even then, this is a lot.
I am also wondering what is going on with our atmospheric pressure.
The rain is starting to piss off Crom a little bit.
It's a little too damn wet. Escargot chick thinks to himself.
You make your way to the morgue. And as you do so, I'd like to ask everyone in the group on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying is the referring to yourself in third person?
About a
It's pretty-
7.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it's
I'd
funny.
agree with that. It's funny, but the bit's going on a little too long.
Okay, well, the one person who can save you thinks the bit is still funny. So you guys gotta keep doing it until they decide otherwise.
You can stop doing it.
God's
can
a
I?
cruel mistress.
How?
You're right. We'll just get over there. I'll find a way.
Okay.
It has to happen organically.
So, finally you make your way to the morgue. You can see it's shorter than the neighboring buildings. It looks like it's just longer to compensate. Going far, far back, recessed deep into the heart of the city. 2 guards stationed at the front. Just like he said.
Hmm.
And then someone talking to him. Somebody standing there with an umbrella to shield them from the pouring gray.
Cygnus Acosta wishes they had an umbrella right now.
Crom
much
member
as
Ward
you slay
agrees
me.
with that statement.
It's weird that Crom can just agree with Cygnus's thoughts.
Crom cannot hear Cygnus's thoughts.
You know, as much as you slay me, this referring to yourself as your full names is starting to get a little old.
But
Do you not hear yourself?
Just like the crying that never stops in the city.
Can I make a check?
Castio, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. 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 19.
Nobody has to refer to themselves in the third person anymore.
Thank God.
Been freed from our shackles! I don't know. Oh, what a beautiful word. And I've missed it. Castio, you are truly a godsend.
Thank you.
God, there's no God here. Only death.
Rob,
Well, that's a little dark.
Just
Let's
like
listen
this
and
city.
see if anything is pinky. I'd like to listen to the conversation. I will.
You creep forward. Yeah, you creep forward a little bit, and you listen to this person talking to the guard, and they sound a little familiar. Give me 1 second. You can see the person under the umbrella. They're wearing a heavy coat, very formally dressed. You see slightly pointed ears jutting from the side of their head. Their form, as far as you can tell from their legs, is slim. They look to be about 5'3", and their thick, long white hair sort of
Hello?
hello?
Oh.
You
Okay.
back?
Well, ignore that. Their thick, long white hair sort of tumbles over their shoulders.
Familiar, huh?
A little. You can see they're holding what looks to be a work satchel,
Okay.
and they seem agitated. Listen, I know I've been coming here every cycle, but I was supposed to meet people here, and I have to keep coming by to see if they have come by. I've described them to you already. You can't miss them. There's a Yaskarian with them. You don't see those around a lot. There's the second largest one. So it's just a little bit smaller than that first one I just said. They are very hairy, right? I'll be honest, it's been a long time since I've seen them. I don't exactly remember what they look like. But, and then the captain is a Difling. And they've got an Ethereum with them as well. Okay? Tall, scary Ethereum. Please, you have to know something, anything. Did they come by? Did they have... I've checked everywhere. This is my last shot, okay? All of the other morgues I went to, there's no record. There's just nothing. And since the stutter, nobody cares anymore. I get that your lives were thrown off track. I understand. But I have to ask. Have you seen the crew of the Bloody Bastard at all in the last few cycles? The guard says, "Listen, I already told you, I don't know nothing, and I don't want to speak to you anymore. You can fuck right off. Get out of here. And no, I haven't seen any crew or any Asgarian come anywhere near this place. I've only been here a few knocks, and I've been hearing your voice for at least one of them, I feel like, and I don't want to hear it no more. So, take your umbrella, which looks very nice, I wish I had one, and get out of here before I pop a slug in your knee and send you off to this station where you can be interrogated for trying to get into the mall during a time of crisis. Listen, I am a representative of the Foreign Collection Agency. I need to speak to the crew of the Bloody Bastard. If you see them, please give them my card. It is imperative that I get to them in the next few cycles, or my boss is going to come here, and I really do not want to speak to my boss. So, here you go. And you see 10, the collector from the Foreign Federation hands their business card over to this guard, who looks at it and eats it. Just right in front of him, crumples up and just eats it.
That's mighty disgusting, if you ask me.
I already told you. I don't give a Rungoon's ass who you are. I want you out. Now. Before I push your face into that puddle over there until you stop squirming. Fine. I'll go. Ten slowly turns around and begins to walk down the street.
Is that person important? Do we need to, like, talk to him?
Eventually.
That dame was asking for us personally.
That's the collections. We don't gotta bother with
I don't
that.
know what that means.
They want to know about Killian.
He's dead. Why would they care?
It has to do with knowing that he's dead.
Look, we've been speaking with them ever since you spent all our scratch, okay?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. No, that was Escar. Escar.
I think I remember what had to do with that.
Now look. We gotta get ourselves in here. Lay our peepers on those bodies, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look for anything that looks a bit, oh, what's the word? Hinky.
Why do you keep using that word?
Suspicious, come on.
Why are you judging them for their choice of words,
I don't
Grom?
know what
You've
that
been
word
saying
means.
such
No,
You've been saying so many batshit
Castillo
insane
has been,
things in the last
has been
narc.
talking kind of weird lately.
Who?
Like extra weird. Castillo.
They keep using made-up words.
They're not made up, Grom. Just
All
think you
words are
don't know
made
'em.
up words. They're just odd.
You know, I think he
We
might
can
be
just-
onto something.
You know, I don't think we have time to argue about what words we use. We got a job to do.
Well, the guard's still there, so we can't
Okay.
like sneak in.
Right. So we need like a distraction, is what I'm hearing.
Aren't we waiting for them to switch shifts so that we can sneak in without any of that hassle?
We are.
Man, this captain dumbfounds me sometimes.
So you wait. You find a little nook to hide out of eye shot and earshot. And eventually you watch the guards look down at their chronometers, look at each other, and you see one of them begins to walk away. And the other one's just kind of standing there.
Looks like there's only one left. We can take him. I say we rush the front.
Do you want to get in a fight?
It's only one guy.
What happens if the others show up?
We take him out before the others show up.
Trying to think really hard.
Don't hurt yourself, Escar.
It's much easier to distract one guard than it is two.
We turn off his lights and sneak into the morgue.
Let's get at him. Let me see. What if I cast dancing lights somewhere down the hallway?
You mean down the hallway into the morgue? Or
Like away. Try to distract them.
with lights? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll performance.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna roll insight.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
25.
Oh man. Okay. So, what do you make the lights do?
The lights are just little things, small little things like fireflies. You know, something to stir up the whimsy in anyone's hearts. Have them dance around him, and then just slowly bob on off as if beckoning.
You're trying to get the guard to. I should have asked you what you're doing before I had you roll.
Yeah, I wanted to follow.
God damn
I want to
it.
distract him.
With fireflies? Alright.
Yeah,
So somehow
with
that works
fireflies.
on this trained guard who is a grown ass adult. He watches these fireflies go around his
Noise.
head.
Oh,
Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's real nice, that is. Oh, I'm suddenly filled with such whimsy. I feel like abandoning my post. And he begins to follow the fireflies. Come back, my new friends. Oh, wow, you're so pretty. I'm gonna catch one of you and give you to my lady. Come on. Getting the barrel of my gun. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I guess we try to sneak now while he's distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rushed him in.
Okay, so all of you just sprint through the mist and the
I do a
rain.
somersault.
Yeah, you like splash your way towards the door. I need you to make, because he's distracted and he's far away. I need you to make stealth checks, a group stealth check, with favor 1 because he's distracted.
Favor 1.
He's gonna roll perception.
Oh. Come on, baby.
Interesting.
Did everyone make make the roll?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anyone get between a 20 and 25? Of course you did.
I got a
Anyone get
very filthy 20.
15 to 20? Or 15 to 19, I guess? Okay.
Yeah.
And then, Megan, what'd you get?
Done.
A 10?
Yeah.
All of you exceed his perception check, which was a 7.
Cool.
Word.
Solid.
you're so pretty. Oh, I cannot believe how pretty you are. And then you just guys like sprint past, slap, slap, slap in the rain. It's so loud. And she's like, oh, wow, so whimsical. And you just like all open the door and you fling inside. Close it behind you. You're inside. You can see that this hallway kind of goes down, and then you get to a room that's full of like scrubs and various different lockers. And then beyond that, you see a hallway that's full of like you can see cameras that line down it, and various different rooms that have plaques that are labeled.
I see. Cameras, not good.
Are we? Is there like a main office building area that's like in here?
Is there like a records room?
Yeah, like a records room.
All the rooms are down this hallway you can see beyond this locker room.
Okay, I want to look for the records room.
There.
You go into the hallway?
Yes.
Okay,
Can I
so you
stop
walk
you?
in.
Can I stop you before you go down?
Too late. You
Okay.
walk into the hallway. You're looking at all the different doors. You do find a records room, and you find where the mortuary is.
Oh.
You have both of those locations. The other doors lead to like offices and bathrooms.
Well, I was never one for reading. I say, someone should check out the records room. I'll go look at the bodies.
Yeah, I'll go look with Crom. Me and him will, see what's happening over there. Not much, considering it's a lot of dead bodies, but...
Okay. You two go do that. Me and Castillo will handle the records room.
Sounds good to me.
Aye, aye, Chief.
Okay. So the gang splits up. Now,
Yep.
I'm going to make 2 luck checks. You want a 10 or higher
Okay.
in order for there to not be someone in the rooms you're going to go into.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Okay.
Gotcha.
First, I'm going to roll for records. Okay. Next, I'm going to roll for the mortuary. Okay. I'll start with Crom and Eskar. Crom and Eskar, you walk over to the doors. You open them, walk inside. You can see that this room is very sanitary. You can see tables are set out. No bodies, no cadavers or anything like that have are left out. They seem to be all in storage. But you do see the wall, and you see labels, and you see like a book of a list of all the bodies and the names, and they like it's a record of like where everyone is.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna flip through this book, see what I can gander.
Okay, so you're gonna make an investigation check, and then Castillo and Cygnus.
Mm-hmm.
You walk over to the door,
Actually, I'm gonna
You
use
open
this.
and you see there are rows of shelves with boxes full of records on them. And I need you both to make a perception check.
Okay.
I got a 10 for my investigation.
With a 10, I'll tell you what. You are able to find one of the victims. I will read them out in order of most recent to the first victim, and you tell me which one you want to look at. Okay?
Okay.
Verg,
Okay.
Bernie, Vinny, Penny, Gherkin, Dylan, Askelin, Wesley, Ham, Terwin, and Francesco.
Bernie. I want to look at Bernie.
You look at so you find Bernie. He looks like he's in like cell number 5. So you walk over to there. You open up that drawer, pull a table out, and you unzip the bag. And I'll get to what you find in a second.
Okay.
Cast your Cygnus. What'd you get on your perception checks?
16.
6.
Okay. With a 16, you can hear someone moving boxes in the corner of the room. With a 6, you don't hear anything or see anything at all. All you really see is that the lights are on, and you see that this room is full of records, and there's got to be a way to organize it, probably alphabetically.
Okay.
I'll grab Cygnus before we get any further into the room. Does it seem like... I mean, like, it was kind of quiet enough to maybe we could miss that. You think we could sneak around in here? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we sneak around in here?
Do it.
I will make an attempt to sneak around in here.
Okay, so you're both gonna roll stealth checks.
Ooh.
While you're doing that, Eskar and Crom, you're both looking at this body. Make investigation checks.
Come on, baby.
You also see there's a clipboard on top.
That's
If one
pretty
of you want to take that, you can make it with favor 1.
I will take it.
Okay.
Actually, oh
You're
wait.
looking at the crit-
In case Kale wants to use it, if he rolls.
My investigation's a +1.
Do you think you need it?
What's yours?
I got a 0 in investigation.
Well, then
You will get
take
different
it.
information depending on if you're holding the clipboard or not.
I'll take it, sure.
Sure, okay. So you make your investigation check with favor 1. Eskar, you're just doing a straight up investigation check. Or perception,
Okay.
your choice.
Ooh, baby.
Well, I'd rather do perception, man.
Okay.
I got an unnatural 20.
I got a 21.
Alright, so the both of you absolutely just scanning this body, right? Bernie.
Poor chap.
Occupation. Retired. Formerly in the medical field, it says they were a surgical assistant. Under employer Silnharp, you see that their body is very bruised. Their left leg has been completely crushed, like it was ran over by a car, except reading the clipboard, you know that there are no tracks or any debris to indicate that they were hit by a vehicle or that they were run over by anything of the sort. In fact, the indention on their leg looks like, according to the report, it's in the general shape of a foot. Like it was stomped on so hard, it was like incinerated. It's just completely flat. Around the rest of their body, you see various different slash marks, as if they were cut up by a blade. And reading the report on the clipboard, it says that the attacker must have been around 5 foot to accommodate the angle of the attack. However, some of the slashes come from above, indicating the attacker either fell on the person or the person had fallen and were continued to be attacked. The order of lacerations, however, is confusing because it starts low, goes high, starts low again, and then goes high again. You can see that the order the cuts were made and how deep they are seems to be almost random. Like this person was cut up from a multitude of different angles. Cause of death, however, was not blood loss or blunt force trauma. Cause of death was toxin. There was poison in this person's body when they died. You see that the analysis of the poison is not accompanying the body. It must be somewhere else. But it does say in the report that the actual cause of death was organ failure.
That's interesting. I have a theory.
Talk to me.
So if we're to believe that Big Bertrand is like the head Ringo of all these crimes, I think that he might have hired an elite group of ninja assassins. I mean, you got all these lacerations from every which angle, and then a toxin.
Interesting. The lacerations were definitely not meant to kill. Only a professional could do something like this.
Make an insight check.
Both of us?
Yeah, why not? What Crom just said sparked something.
Oh, that's actually not bad. Let's see. Oh,
I got a
yeah, I got
12.
21.
Okay. With an insight of a 12, you think this person is very skilled, but you're not sure if they were well trained or if they were just stronger. You can't tell. The way that the lacerations are sort of spaced is really unclear, and the angle and the direction, it almost seems sloppy. But of course it got the job done. With a 21, Eskar,
Yeah.
you look at the body, and you feel in your gut this person was diced, crushed, beaten. This was a fit of anger. This was personal. And if you're to believe the same person did all these lacerations, they must have jumped over the person and continued cutting him up to have attacked from this many angles at once.
So this person was jumped.
Professional but sloppy, it seems.
It looked like they lost their cool.
Fit of rage.
Whoever did this, they went wild. But
they
that
didn't
still
kill
doesn't
them.
explain the toxin.
Maybe the blade was coated. Or he was killed in a location with some sort of gas.
Well, if it says in the report that it's the toxin that killed him, cause of death was internal organ failure, you would see some pretty nasty things at where the toxin entered if it was like a cut.
Does the outside of the body look... Well, it's obviously bruised, but does it look, inflicted in any way?
You mean infected?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like,
No.
I know there's some warrior practices where they'll coat their blades in special kinds of mud or whatever, right? Cut somebody, and where that cut happens, it gets real gnarly.
Yes, I've heard of people...
I think if it was a blade coated, we would be able to see that right now, but these cuts look clean. I mean, hacky, but not like there's anything additive.
Poisoned but not through cuts or any outer signs. by a tiny creature.
Well, we don't know if it was tiny.
Short in
Yes, sir.
stature.
While you two are thinking on that, we're gonna hop back to the records room. Castio Cygnus. What do you do on your stealth checks?
16.
10.
Okay. You walk into the room. You attempt to slink behind a shelf. And you hear the moving of the boxes stop. Hello? Hello? Is somebody there?
Yes. I stand up very proudly.
Who are you? You see someone wearing a white coat and a badge and a name tag. Looks
Yeah.
like they work here.
I'm,
Who are you? What are you doing in here? This is restricted
I'm-
area.
No. My name is Inspector Silas. I work for the Foreign and I flash a fake badge.
Where do you get a fake badge?
My pocket.
Roll a d20.
Okay. 18.
You reach in to pull out a badge. You pull out a live chicken.
Sorry, let me try that again. I reach into my pocket.
Roll another d20.
Seven.
Okay, this time you pull out a badge.
Forgot he was in there. Yeah. Inspector Silas, I'm here to just help investigate these crimes and whatnot. Can you look through the records? I won't be long.
Okay. So make a deception check.
Okay.
Is nobody gonna help? Sorry.
No.
It's a 13.
Okay, so they look at you and they say, "We weren't informed of anyone from the force coming in, and
It was top
nobody is
secret.
allowed access in here."
No, it was top secret. So you wouldn't have known.
Okay, that's it. I'm calling the guards, and he
I'm gonna clobber him.
like really walks. Oh, you're gonna cover him? Okay,
yeah.
make an attack roll.
I shut the door.
Just
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Did I-
isn't that 20.
Damn.
Okay, how much damage?
I mean,
you
I
go
just
up
kinda,
behind him and do like one of those neck snap things.
yeah, I kind of just hit him with
Is
a.
it-
Hit me in 47, that
lethal?
motherfucker.
Hmm?
Is this lethal?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of strength.
Are you
Oh,
using your
okay.
fists?
I'm using the butt of my light pistol.
Oh, the butt of your light pistol? If
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yo.
He gone.
hello?
Hello.
Okay, ignore that. If you're using your fists, I'll have you know that under weapon properties and specializations, brawling on a critical hit, they would have to succeed a fixed strength contest or be forcefully moved 10 feet away.
Ooh. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you're using your like fist or your elbow or a kick.
Yeah.
basically. Okay, just like that, yeah. You're going to... Okay, what is your class DC? No, it's a fixed strength check. So,
My class DC? How do I calculate that?
Like, what is your primary ability score?
Oh, my
Ability.
primary charisma.
Okay, add your aptitude
Plus-
bonus. And then
Okay.
that's your class DC.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. So it's the 4 plus what is it? 3? So what, just 7? Can't just be just 7.
Well, DC would be 10 plus your
Okay.
whatever in aptitude, right? Waiting for Mr. Diem's.
Or is it 8 plus those things, right?
What? Oh, so yeah, so it's 8 plus
Right, okay.
whatever your modifier was plus the aptitude for a DC.
Okay, 8 plus 7, 15.
Okay, yeah, they totally fail. So, yeah, because they don't have a strength score of 15, so they get pushed back 10 feet, up to 10 feet. You choose the distance. I say 10 feet away is a wall. Would you like to
To
do
the
that?
wall. Bam!
Okay. So you hit them so hard, they stumble back into the wall, and they're gonna take some additional damage. And whatever
Mhm.
that is gonna knock them out because they don't have that much health. So you choose whether this was lethal or non-lethal. I need to know.
Not non-lethal.
Non-lethal. They hit their head against the wall and slump over. You check their pulse; they're still breathing.
Thank God. Okay, let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we start looking through stuff.
These legs
Okay.
aren't just for walking.
Make investigation checks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Dirty 20.
Okay. With a dirty 20, with a 14, first of all, you know that these are ordered chronologically and then alphabetically, by clip. So, and there's a lot to sort through. You try to find, like, this clip, the current 1003, and you manage to find it. And then rifling through those with a 20, you find case files with names you recognize from the group, and you manage to pull the files of everybody. So with these case files, you can ask me questions about where these people died, how they died, to an extent, and if that particular death in question is still under investigation or not. And I'll tell you, some of this information is redacted or is not included.
Okay.
So you can take those files with you. You can try and memorize them. But I am going to go back to the mortuary. Back
Okay.
to Crom and Eskar.
Yeah.
I want to look at another body.
Okay. So Bernie was the second body. Which one do you want to look at?
I want to look at the first body.
Okay, first victim was Verg. So
Verg.
you find Verg in the book, and the amount of time it takes you to do that, I'll say, Cassio and Cygnus, are you going to join up with them, or are you going to go back outside, or is there anything else you want to do in this room?
I want to. I think we've agreed to take the file.
Okay.
And I'm gonna copy down the info into my notebook.
That's gonna take a really long time.
Yeah, just like little highlights. Make sure I have all
We're
the
still
names.
taking it.
Yeah.
I would say we
Okay.
go meet up with those two.
Yeah, if you're taking it, you can always write it down later.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take the files. You're going over to the mortuary?
Yes.
Eskar Crom, you hear the door open. You look over. And Cassio and Cygnus enter. You see that Cassio is holding some like manila folders. Some like gray folders. And there's quite a bit of them. It's about 11. And while none of them are particularly thick together, they do form a nice little stack. You find Verg. You go over to his drawer, pull it open, unzip the bag, and again you find the clipboard.
I would like to investigate with clipboard.
With clipboard? Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, baby.
Eskar, are you looking at this one too?
No, I'm gonna catch Cygnus and Castillo up to speed with what we've found so far.
I got a 15.
With the 15 on the clipboard, you see that the patterns of bruising, the slashes, the poison, or the toxin, it seems to match Bernie in terms of method. But you see that the part of their body that's crushed is their shoulder, and it's to the point where it was almost completely ripped off. You see that from here all the way down to like below the rib cage was just absolutely ripped through. And you see part of this on the clipboard is theorized to be an object falling at a quick speed that weighs around a metric ton or so.
Jesus.
But I am.
But it's like still attached, right? It's just like cut? Or is it like...
It's not cut, it's ripped.
ripped?
Whatever
Yeah.
whatever did this was not sharp, it was blunt, which doesn't match the rest of the cuts. You see that bits of fabrics were found in the wound, like threads, essentially.
Interesting.
And this
So
one's
what did y'all
kind of-
find?
Talking to me and Castiel.
Yeah.
And I'll just wave the little booklet of files, just like, we found case files.
Well, so far we found one unlucky Bernie. Cut up, diced up real good. His leg was crushed. And cause of death was failure of internal organs due to a toxin.
Toxin.
Why would you...
Have you guys looked through those folders yet? Is there like a...
I would love to look through them. If you want to, Castiel. We split it up.
Sure.
Because I feel like there might be
Good plan.
something in there about this toxin.
Is that... That feels like overkill, doesn't it? Crushed, slashed, poisoned.
Look at
That's
look
like
at
three
Vern
different
for me. Would you doll? He was killed in almost the exact same way. Giant gash on the shoulder.
Occupation for Verg, by the way, is biochemist.
Oh yeah, and this Bernie guy worked for, what's her name? Harp.
No. Yep.
He was retired. Then he got a permanent retirement.
Odd.
What's everyone's next course of action?
Well, Crom wanted one of us to go look at the body that he's looking at, so
look at
I
the
will go
case
do that.
file for him. I'll
Oh.
look at the body.
Oh yeah. I'll
Come
open
on.
that one.
Okay,
Good
so you
old
flip
Vern.
open Bernie's file. You see, Bernie was an ex-surgical technician, retired for a couple of clips, not very long. You see that his place of employment was in fact Stone's laboratory here on Altreich. However, you see the poison and the analysis of its effect on the body. I keep saying poison. It was a toxin. It attacked the nervous system, almost like a virus. And organ failure was the ultimate cause of death. The method in which the toxin was delivered, it was ingested. And the virus is fast acting. So it would have been really close to death. Within a min, he would have been dead, essentially.
What else was found in his stomach?
Whatever he had for like lunch, so probably like, let's say like some chicken, and then fragments of bone and fragments of something like an artificial, like an implant, like dental implant was found.
Oh. Okay. His own bones or someone else's?
It was an implant, so.
Yeah. I mean, like the bones that were found in his stomach.
Fragments, yeah.
Yeah, the fragments.
But fragments were his own.
Okay.
Seemed like something chipped his tooth.
Oh, okay. Something hit him right in the face.
On the body, the face was not affected by blunt force trauma at all. It was just cut up.
Yeah, okay.
Bruising was mostly elsewhere on the body.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, must have bit into something rather hard. Or took a knock right to the teeth.
Can I look at the case file for the other guy that Crom's looking at?
Verg?
Verg, yeah.
Yes. Make an investigation check.
Okay. $14.
Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Similar cause of death stuff. The details of his death.
Details of his death. He experienced extreme trauma.
Right.
Blunt force, this time from the shoulder down to like the bottom rib. He would have bled up pretty fast, but again, cause of death was not the slashes. It was not the blunt force trauma. Cause of death was by toxin and organ failure. And you see that the contents of a stomach, again, are food. The toxin was ingested, and it would have taken him pretty quick. And again, they found like fragments of implants and bone in his stomach.
Do you share?
I do.
Alright, I have two theories. One. The attacks, whatever it is, the crushing, the slashing, is being used as a cover-up for the toxin. Hoping that nobody investigates that to failure. Or two, The attack is an administration method for the toxin. Right? All the hacking, the slashing, the bludgeoning, you get them down on the ground, you shove it in there.
I got another theory. Whoever this is clearly short in stature, not very tall. They attack from the top, work their way down, vice versa. I think the poison was administered first. Either injected through the food, or whatever this implant is that they seem to share. Whatever it is. Then, they bruise the body in a fit of rage.
But why?
That's the $1,000,000 question, doll.
Crom, if you keep calling me doll, it's not gonna end well for you. I want to look through some more of the case files. Because it lists their, like, occupation, right?
Yes.
I want to look for another one that was not a business owner.
Okay. Verg and Bernie were not business owners.
Right.
The third victim chronologically was Vinny.
Okay.
She was not a business owner either.
Okay.
You see, she was a trained behavioral analyst.
Okay.
Wherever she was working is redacted. Her cause of death, again, slashes, blunt force trauma. This time her hip was completely crushed. Again, it looks like the imprint resembled some sort of like boot or a shoe. Again, cause of death, organ failure. This one was stabbed a multitude of additional times after they died. Really cut up around the chest area and the stomach area. And again, in the stomach, or what was left of it, there was some food, some drink, fragments of an implant, and bone. And again, administration of the toxin was indigestion.
Do you share this information?
Yeah. All three of these, the exact same.
And
Even down to, like, their stomachs.
All of these occupants worked in the medical field of some sort. They all died of poison. The business owners all died from gunshots. We might be looking at two different killers here. Big Bertram is taking out his competition, business owners. Whoever this poisoner is taking out people in the medical field.
And the only thing linking them together is what? Missing shoes?
Missing shoes. Could they be working together?
That was my thought.
Did the business owners have any poison in them?
I would love to look for that.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. My pen!
In this moment, I need all of you to make perception checks.
Somebody's gonna walk in on us.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
I got a 16 on the investigation.
Perception.
Fucking nat 1.
Don't you
read
worry
it.
about it.
Good.
On that perception.
Perception, I got 13.
Don't you worry about that nat 1, because I got a nat 20 to balance you out.
Thanks. You always balance out my horrible rolls.
You got another nat 20?
I know. I had to roll it again
Damn
because
it,
it's off
damn!
the
What
first
is the
time.
matter with you?
I don't know.
Ah, you're so good at this game. It's random.
I'll
So-
use another one.
So,
Please don't.
Cassio, you hear the footsteps coming as soon as they hit the locker room. Asgar, you hear the footsteps coming as soon as the locker room door opens. Everybody, here's what we're going to do. You hear guards and or employees beginning to come into this room, or into the hallway at least, and you know you have a very, very limited time before they storm in here and something real bad goes down. Now, you're not finished with your investigation, are you?
No.
No.
I guess not.
Every 2 rounds, I'm going to send in an additional 2 guards. Every round, you're allowed to make investigation checks to determine what you find. Okay? You cannot investigate the folders and the bodies at the same time. Those have to be done separately. And that's how we're going to run things here. Basically, it's like a timed event. Guards are going to keep coming. You have to decide when you're bailing out, how long you want to stay here, who's fighting off the guards, who's doing the investigations. And
What's
we are
the
going to
what's the
begin.
bailout plan? Is there like a back door?
No one's asked me.
Fair enough.
Oh God.
Okay, everybody. Roll initiative.
Alright.
Okay.
It's time to rumble. Are we using Tailspire?
Not for this. We may not get to Tailspire today. I'm so sorry, everybody.
That's true.
Aw.
I had something bigger planned, but that's okay. Today is Theater of the Mind, apparently. Here we go.
Yes.
All right. Now, who got a 25 to 20? Both of you? What'd you
Yeah.
get?
Yeah. I got 21.
I rolled a nat 20, 22 with my initiative.
Okay, so Crom and Eskar, you're in the quick round.
This is actually perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
Next is me, and then last is going to be Castio.
Mhm.
And of course, Segnas.
Cygnus.
Okay. So, top of the round, Crom, Eskar, what are you doing?
I'm running to the door and I'm gonna hold it.
You're gonna hold the door? Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, I guess is Crom.
I guess if he's holding door, I'll assist him.
Okay. So there are
Gotcha.
two doors to this room.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a double door thing.
No. So there's one door in like the front of the room, and then on the other side of the room, because it's a very long room, on the other side there's another door. Both of them lead back out into the hallway.
Okay, then I'll get the other door.
Okay. So you've both got a door. You hear 2 guards outside. Both of them are going to try and push their way in. I need contested strength checks from both of you.
Gotcha. Straight strength or athletics?
Athletics is fine.
Athletics. Alright, sick. Ooh! Ooh! That's pretty good. Oh, nope.
Did my investigation a minute ago get me anything? You can tell me in a minute, but
Yep. It's going to be. Hang on one second.
you're good.
I like this one. We're keeping it. So, you were supposed to ask me questions about what you're investigating. What were you
Oh.
investigating
Cause of death.
for?
It was supposed to be one of the business owners.
What are business owners? Was that before combat started?
Yes.
Okay. What'd you get?
I got a 16.
Okay. For one of the business owner, cause of death was slug, back of the head.
That was it. There was no toxin or anything in him.
No.
Okay.
No, just slug to the back of the head. Both of their shoes were missing.
My fedora.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'd like to know what both of your strength checks were.
I got a 26.
I got a 30.
Okay, so both of you hold the doors, no problem at all. You see that both of the guards have split up. They went to each door, and they're just like pushing to no avail. You can hear them on the other side. Hey, open up! We want inside. Get! Hey, who are you? Get out of there! Yeah, they're just screaming.
Chief, you better hurry that investigation. A rumble's about to start up here.
Next up is a slow round. Castio and Cygnus, you're both up.
Okay.
Okay. Is there another exit outside of this room? Besides the 2 doors? Might I perceive that?
There are some small windows.
Okay.
They're pretty high.
Okay.
About 8 feet off the ground.
Okay.
That is the only other exit from this room.
Okay. We'd have to find
You
our
said
way
we
out.
can't look at a body and a file at the same time.
You cannot.
Or, here's a thought. You could move some boxes or something.
We could.
Castio, if you want to look at something, I'll go start making an escape plan. I want to push some stuff up to the window so we can reach it better.
Right.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh.
19.
Okay, with a 19, you see that there are some tables you could push over there that extend, and then they could reach high enough that you could theoretically open the windows and use them to push yourselves out.
Well, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so that's going to be the rest of your turn, just pushing the tables up.
And then Sam can do what they need
Okay.
to do.
Cassio, what are you
Okay,
doing?
so on all of them, only one shoe has been missing, right?
No.
No. Okay. But some of them it's one, and some of them it's both. Okay.
Would you like to know
Is-
for each that has been investigated so far?
Yes.
Berg was missing one shoe, Bernie was missing one shoe, Vinny was missing one shoe, Kenny was missing both shoes.
And Kenny was the business owner.
That's correct.
Okay. We got ourselves a copycat. Okay. I would like to investigate a file from the most recent victim. Determine cause of death there, as well as what shoes.
Most recent would be the 11th, Francesco.
Francesco.
Make an investigation check. This is going to be the last thing you can do on your turn.
Yep. Okay. Uh-huh. Da 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 da. Not too high. 15.
You may ask me 2 questions.
Okay. What was the cause of death?
Slug to
Blood.
the heart.
To the heart. Alright. What shoes were missing?
Both.
Both. Okay.
And you see on this one, you know, never mind. You see the word lacerations on the file, but that's all I'll give you.
Lacerations. Crazy. Okay.
So far, you've asked me about the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 11th victims. Okay, now we're gonna go top of the round. Crom and Escar, what are you doing?
Holding the door again, I guess.
Okay. So, what you doing?
So we have 4 actions.
Yes.
She didn't even wave at me.
Nope. Playback is timed out.
Hey, open up! Open up in there! Let me in! Let me in and I'll stop blasting!
I want to let go of the door quickly
Okay.
to see if he like falls out and in.
So, he's gonna make...
I want. Oh wait, actually, isn't there a trip action I can do? Right. Yeah, I wanna shove him down as he like stumbles in.
Okay. I like it. So, here's what we'll do. You'll make an athletics check
Yeah.
with favor 1,
Awesome.
because you're using his momentum against him, and then he is going to try and resist at acrobatics. Holy shit, that's a natural 1. It doesn't matter
Oh.
what you roll, because it's gonna beat his shit.
Yeah. That's still a 21.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
21 versus a 1. You shove him in the ground so fucking hard. He goes, "Oh, let me in, or I'll start blasting!" And he just gets absolutely pushed into the ground. You hear his face hit it. And he's yeah, he's completely knocked prone.
Does my guard say anything to me, or is he still just like...
Yeah, so while he's prone,
Your guard's like,
I'm
"Hey, let
going
me in!"
to.
Let me in, I want in. I'll start blasting. Like my partner. Where'd he go? Oh, shit.
Wait, I have to find the sheet.
Can I lock the door?
Yes.
I want to lock the door on this guy.
Okay. He's suddenly not able to turn the handle as well. He's like, "Hey, you locked the door. Don't do that. Let me in. Let me in." He's going to start kicking at the door on his next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage and then attack the dude on the floor.
Okay. So, all right.
Can I... Is there any way I can give him,
accumulate
like...
a fatigue.
Like flank?
Yes.
Can I give him flank
And-
with this guy on the ground?
Because a shove is a special kind of melee attack, this is going to count as your second attack for the turn. So,
Yeah.
you're still going to make it straight. What are you attacking him with? Your fists?
I mean that's all I got.
Okay, make an unarmed strike. You also have bite.
I do have bite, yes. How many
then what'd you
fatigue
say,
did I
guys?
get?
I was going to ask if I can, like, flank him to give him advantage. Or
Yeah, you
favor.
can.
Alright, I'm gonna flank this guy with him.
Okay, so your attack gets favor 1. Kale, what were you asking me?
Oh, what? How much fatigue do I get?
You accumulate 1 fatigue from
1.
the rage.
Okay. Don't I get 2 favor because he's prone?
You do.
Yeah, so that is going to be.
This guy...
It's gonna be
So-
20 to hit.
Yeah, that's so pitiful. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. That's so sad. He's like on the ground. He's now flanked by 2 people. Just so fast in the span of a round, just being absolutely wailed on.
Unarmed strike is just your strength modifier, right?
Yeah, unless you have anything that would change that. Like if you had any racial features that changed it, then yes. It is, let me see. And non-lethal. Brawling. Damage. Yep, strength modifier.
Alright, yeah, so then he's just gonna take 5 damage.
Okay. So you how are you hitting him? Are you like punching or kicking or
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick him.
Okay. You kick him extremely hard in the shins and he goes and you immediately tell he is immediately down. He's like halved.
Oh, he's halved?
Yeah, one attack did half of his.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And 5, so he only had like 10. Yeah.
These guys are not foreign soldiers. You look, they're not in uniform.
Oh.
These are hired guard.
Oh, well, then I'm gonna attack him again. Get that disfavor, which only takes
down to
off
favor
one
one.
favor.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 25 to hit.
That does it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
gonna do
just
it.
5 extra damage.
So you kill him. How do you want to do that?
So I kicked him in the shins, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna turn slightly,
Mm-hmm.
and then kick him in the chin with my other foot.
You kick him in the shins. You hear his shins break as you do so. He goes, "Oh, what the hell?" And then you go and you kick him in the chin. His head snaps back, and his just eyes just. He's fully dead, completely dead. And that's your turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Crom, you've got 3 actions left. You haven't really done anything.
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna go over by my door and ready my action for when the guard kicks open this door. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Okay. So you're gonna ready your next reaction to hit him when he bursts through the door.
Yes.
Okay. Top of the round, he's going to attempt to burst through the door. Rank check, I'll say 15. He kicks the door open, bursts through with his weapon in hand, and it triggers your reaction. So go ahead and punch him in the face.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone else climbed out?
Yeah, I am. I got 2 minutes.
I'm listening to it on YouTube.
I've got 3 minutes.
I've also got 3 minutes of timed out.
18.
Yeah, I got 3 minutes.
That's gonna hit.
Sick.
If anyone's wondering, it was Rush Cowboy Bebop. If you want to listen to that on YouTube.
This one, right? Yes.
By the way, I just saw Heaven's knocking on Heaven's door in theaters.
9.
9 damage.
Yes.
Oh my. Okay. So instantaneously bloodied. You punch him so hard in the chest. You feel.
It was
The
a
cage
face.
over his
I
heart?
punched him in the face.
Oh, you punch him in the face. You punch him so hard in the face, his face caves in, and now both of his eyes are kind of looking at each other.
Ew.
And he's just blindly, just like staggering around, pointing his gun
I'm
around.
just like, you got something on your face, mate. My fist.
He goes, and he's gonna try and shoot you.
Okay.
To make a ranged attack. That.
Does
It
he have
hit
disfavor
just
since
barely.
I'm like right in front of
Well,
his
that
face?
disfavor because he's within 5 feet.
Yeah, I'm
and
like right in
he's-
front of his face.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't hit them.
Okay. Sick.
Okay. So he fully misses on his turn. And
Just to
that's-
clarify, threatened is like a thing in this, right?
Oh, threatened? You mean within 5 feet?
Yeah, within 5 feet, they get disfavor for trying
Ranged
to shoot
weapons.
a ranged weapon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You're correct. I hadn't thought about it. Thank you for catching me on that. Next, we are going to go Cassio and Cygnus.
I want to go to, I believe it was number 2, which was Bernie, the one who had threads left in his wound on his shoulder.
That was bird.
The gash.
Bird?
That was bird.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was the second one they looked into.
But the first victim.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, make an investigation check and then
You did already move the table, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm just
Okay,
trying to make
that's
sure we
a
got a way out of here.
14. I'm trying to tell what material it could be, kind of what it feels like.
Okay.
There's the OST back, baby.
So when I said there was like fiber in the wound, I mean there's like extremely small threads that they found when they really examined the body.
Mm-hmm.
There's no feeling.
Oh.
Yeah. But you can like try to examine them. I'm trying to think. Okay.
I mean, you can look at a thread and like run it through your fingers and tell basically what material it is. If it's synthetic or organic.
It's not. That's not the. Okay, so when I
It's
think,
talking like microscopic.
If this is
think, look,
okay.
think, look through a micro, like
Okay.
a microscope, and you find a tiny little hair, and you realize, oh, this is synthetic. It belongs to something artificial.
Okay.
You could always look at the other.
It was dyed.
It's like a short thread.
Okay. Well, that didn't get me where I wanted it to, but that's okay.
Sorry.
It's alright. Since I looked at one, I can't look at a second body, can I?
I'll say that you used 2 of your actions. You can try and look at another body.
Sure. About number 7.
The 7th victim is Askelin. So you go ruffle through, you open it up, make an investigation check.
Okay.
Grab the clipboard.
Can I be host, please, Killian?
Oh, my fault.
It's okay. I
Well,
just would like to listen to this one in specific.
I didn't say I grabbed the clipboard, which is my fault.
Would you
But-
like to grab the clipboard?
If I can.
You may.
Okay. What was that favorite one?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there it is. I didn't really have me that much. 11.
Okay. Yeah, with an 11, you get 1 question.
Cause of death.
Toxin. Organ failure.
Does it look the same as like the other victims? So I'm kind of looking at him.
Yes.
Including
But I
a
will-
crush.
I will give you no specifics because you had your 1 question.
Okay. That's okay. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. We're gonna go top of the round again. That's Crom and Eskar, and you
Hey,
hear...
da 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 da.
My apologies, Castio.
Great. Thank you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to look at file number 10.
Okay. File number 10. Terwin. Make an investigation check.
Okay. Another 15.
Okay. You get 3 questions.
Sweet. Okay. Where did Terwin work?
Terwin was a... How would I put this? Similar to a therapist, they specialized in post-traumatic stress disorder syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they were like a mental health consultant.
Yeah.
Also were capable of doing like high-level psych evaluations. And so, I mean, based on that, they could have been contracted anywhere. Where they were contracted, it's redacted.
Okay, so they weren't like the owner of that. Cool.
They were not an owner of a private business, no.
All right. Okay. What is the cause of death?
Cause of death is acute organ failure.
Okay.
Or sorry, mass organ failure.
And
Same
does
thing, nervous system smoke.
Yeah. And do the other injuries line up?
Yes, they do. As
Okay.
well as the contents of the stomach.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going top of the round. Crom Eskar, you hear 2 more guards start to rush the room.
Hey, how are you two doing with that investigation?
Really well, actually.
Is the rest of the information necessary? We got more
Suppose
goons
not.
coming.
You know, I really don't think so at this point.
All right.
I'm going to
I think we've got enough.
finish off this guy in front of me. I'm gonna punch him.
You can just do that.
Okay, sick.
Yeah. He had 1 HP left. And
I'm gonna
there's
give
no
him
way
the
you can hit
nastiest uppercut.
Okay. You give him the nastiest uppercut, and his chin goes all the way up to his forehead, and he just splats again against the wall, backwards.
Sick.
The other 2 guards, like, are trying to, like, burst through the doors. You see they're carrying semi-automatics.
Well, mate,
Well,
that's the bout,
I get
and
the
I'm
hell
gonna
out
run
of-
off.
What kind of weapon did he have?
The guy
I
that
wanna
you
pick
killed,
it
or the
up.
guy Dawson's?
The one I
Crom?
killed.
The one you killed had the same kind of weapon, the semi-automatic.
Okay.
Yeah. He was about to just, like, spread fire the entire room when you pushed him over.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I want to pick that up.
Okay, yeah, you can just grab that. So that's
And
one action.
then I'm going to run over to the window.
Mhm.
Well, I want to not fully climb out of it, but like get up to it to help
Okay.
anybody else out.
It's latched and closed currently.
Oh, well, I just picked up gun. Want to bash the window?
Okay, so you try, like, you break the... Okay, make a strength
Yeah.
check.
It's gonna be 21.
Yep, that does it. So you just bam, smash the window. You can sort of use the butt of the gun to swipe away the broken glass on the bottom.
Yeah,
And it's wide enough that one person at a time can squeeze through.
yeah. So I'm just gonna. That was 3 actions, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold one for anybody coming through the window and helping them out.
Okay. So then, Grom, you've still got some action left.
I'm going
Radiant.
to run. I'm gonna position myself in front of, like, who's closer to the doors. Is it Cygnus or Castillo? Where the guards can come in.
I'd say Castio because they are furthest away from the mortuary, which is on the far wall.
I'm gonna position myself in front of Castio and ready my action to deflect any shots fired at them.
Okay. So, all right. Then we're going to my turn. The two of them are going to burst through. Kale, you were holding your action?
Yes, to help anybody by the window.
Yes. So then they are going to spread fire. They're just going to fire all around the room. Everyone, I need to make a dex saving throw.
Do I have to?
And I can see and hear it, so I get favor.
Yes. Why wouldn't you have to?
Well, because I readied my action to deflect the shots.
You can still deflect the shots if you would be hit.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
I got a 16.
I got a unnatural 20. 21.
Okay. Who got above a 12? Did everyone get above a 12? Anyone get below a 12?
Oh, yeah, I got above 12, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got below one.
okay.
Ugh.
So you're going to take 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I need everyone to make another dex save.
Am I? I'm protected, yeah?
Yeah, I'm currently body blocking.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nat one.
Nat one.
I got an 11.
Got 10.
Oh. Oh, we're all fucked.
Okay, so all of you failed. That would be 9 piercing damage to each of you. However, I will let Crum, I'll let you decide. You can either block the bullets that are coming on you, or you can block the bullets intended for Castio.
Well, since I'm in front of Castile, wouldn't me deflecting the bullets also deflect theirs?
So you're trying to act as full cover,
Pretty much.
then you would be taking both of your bullets. Does that make sense? You'd
Yeah.
be taking the attack.
For...
Okay, so you can deflect one of those two.
Okay.
Alright, do I take 4 or 5 damage?
You know what?
No.
You know what? Never mind, Dawson. Never mind. Go ahead and see how much of the damage that you deflect.
Okay.
Yep. What were you saying, Kale?
Is it round up or round down?
It's round down.
Damage. Okay, so it'd be 4.
10. So I'd be taking about 8.
You're taking none.
None? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're taking none. So you see both of the guys, boom, they come in and they just start blasting. They're like, stand down, stand down, yeah, stand down. And they just start spraying bullets everywhere. These guys are so dumb. So, oh no, I broke my desk. No.
You broke your desk?
Yeah, I
Did
did.
break your desk?
I'm fidgeting too hard. So, I ripped part of my desk off.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoopsie. So, that's going to be their turn. Next up, Castio and Cygnus.
Right. I'm going towards the window myself.
Okay, so you can get to the window with your movement speed.
Love to do that. Can I start climbing out the window?
You can. I
Ooh.
need a dash or a rush action,
Okay.
which I believe would accumulate 1 fatigue. And then I also need you to make... Actually, you can just make it out. Yeah, with your movement.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
require a special action or anything, because you prepped with the table. So that's just going to help you get up to the window and out.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you jump out, I kind of give you a pat on the back out.
Sweet.
Yeah, especially with Escar's help, you don't need to roll for it. Next up, I guess that's going to be Castio, because Cygnus is on the outside now. You're removed from combat.
Cool.
Okay.
You look over to like the side of the building, Cygnus, and you see a bunch of like big vehicles have pulled up, and you can see that like pairs of guards are like stationing themselves outside, and then hearing the gunshot, you can see 2 more head inside.
Gotcha.
We need to fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Castio, if you rush, you can do the same thing. You can get to the window and then get over.
Yeah.
Okay, so you accumulate 1 fatigue. You are also out of the building and also out of combat for now. And because of that, I have to go top of the round. That's going to be Crom and Eskar again.
Can
Yeah,
I
both of you
make
can.
it out without dashing?
No, you still have to
With
rush
dashing.
to get out of the window.
Rushing.
Okay, then I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, so you run over to the window, rush. You're able to get outside as well. Again, Eskar like helps you up. Eskar, you're the last one who's in this room in combat.
Okay. What can I do? Yeah, I'm just gonna jump out. I'm just gonna get out of there.
Okay, so you jump through the window, you slide out. All of you are now out of the building. And you can hear, coming from inside, the guards burst through the door. And you hear a little bit of gunfire, and then it stops. You go, where'd they go? Look, the window! And then they start to rush towards the window. What does everyone do?
Time to leave. Is it like gated in the back or anything? What are we
You
looking
can
at?
see- it's just a
Do
fence.
I?
It's Cygnus.
Hmm?
You got anything like kabloomy?
Oh, you know I do. I was just looking at that power, actually.
Put it
Well,
on
do
the
it at the
wall?
window.
Yeah, can I chuck a time bomb through the window?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful.
You reach onto your harness, you grab a time bomb you made before you got here, and you just toss it in.
Cool.
You'll have to remind me how that works.
Let's see. The way that it technically works is I'm supposed to make an attack against a target I'm touching because I have to plant it. And it would do some like, which I could do, yeah. It does some kinetic damage, and then as a bonus action, I would detonate it.
Okay. So I'll
But
say
I don't care about the kinetic damage, to
Can
be
you?
honest.
Plant it on the window, and then as they try to crawl through, then just
Absolutely, if you'll allow it.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll hold Cygnus up to the window.
Yeah, you just lift Cygnus real quick. She pops that time bomb on there, and then you take a step back. You see the counter click on, and it's armed.
Wonderful.
How tall is this fence?
Then
The fence is about like 8-9 feet tall.
Okay. I'm gonna run over
What's the
there.
fence made out of?
That's a good question.
Chain.
The chain link fence? I want
Okay.
to try and rip it apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
make an
move
athletic check
as
with
close-
favor.
I'll help you
I'm
rip
gonna
it
move
open.
back to the fence as close as possible. I'm gonna hold my action. Second someone tries to come through the window, I'm lighting that hoe.
Do I need these for anything?
What?
The file.
Yeah, keeping the right stuff down and
Fair enough.
They already know we were here.
we
I'll
already
send
have
you
it.
More incriminating.
It's not like
I
you're
will
gonna
shove
return it to them.
in. Yeah, I'll shove them in my bag.
So go ahead and add those 11 files to your inventory.
Cool. And then I'd like to starlight step through the fence.
Okay. Yeah, so you chuck the files in your bag. You watch as Castio just appears on the other side, turns to like watch you guys try to rip through the fence.
That's a big trick.
Well, I can help you too. Just hold on.
Well, I got 31 on that strength. Athletics.
Okay, you tear through the fence like it's made of paper. You just rip it open immediately, almost no effort at all. You guys can barely hear shouting coming from the front of the morgue as, people pile out of their vehicles and begin to storm inside. The sound of the rain is almost enough to drown it out, but again... Yeah, so you see people begin to crawl through the window. You said you were going to click the button as a reaction,
Yes.
so you do that. It explodes. That part of the building just collapses on them. You're going to go, "Ah!" and then just fall back inside as cracks begin to web up the side of the building. And that
Awesome.
part just begins to crumble away.
Awesome.
All of you are through the fence. You can continue to rush until you're just out of combat.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Let's
pick
do-
up Cygnus, throw him on my shoulders, and just keep rushing.
I say, for all intents and purposes, you are out of combat.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, what kind of clues did our voiceless friends leave behind?
Well, I still have the files. Seems like that was getting us a little further than the bodies themselves.
The connections we've made, both of us, is of the ones we looked at, the ones that died of a toxin, the ones that were beaten to shit, so to speak. They were all scientists, or in the medical field of some kind. The ones that we saw that had died from a gunshot wound, business owners. And the medical people only had one shoe missing. Business owners had both.
I saw something about the most recent victim, not our guy, but the 11th, Francesca. Business owner. Gunshot to the heart, not the back of the head like the PI said. But I saw something about lacerations. Once we're out of the rain, I'd like to check it.
Yes.
This
Here's-
damn rain.
Here's what I'm thinking. Let me paint you a picture, spin you a web.
Spin it.
Something Castillo said earlier piqued my interest. Copycat killers. Big Bertrand, we know, taking out the businessmen. If our theory is correct here, taking out the business owners to franchise a little bit. This other killer is taking out people in the medical field with poison. Hold on. Anyways.
Voices in your head got a little loud, huh?
Yep. My thoughts are talking to me. Where was I? Medical field. I did notice a lot of them seem to deal with mental problems of some sort. Therapy.
I made a similar connection. They were
We know
Here's-
that
fields
too.
that revolved around people.
Here's my theory. We know, me and Escar examined one of the bodies. We know, probably a fit of rage kill here. I'm thinking, our main killer is a deranged maniac of some kind. They have a mental problem. They're seeking professional help, not liking the answers they're getting, murdering the people in a fit of rage. They deal with poison of some kind to help them kill their victims, as I still believe they are small of stature. I have no evidence to refute that. Big Bertrand is taking this opportunity to take out his competition, pinning it on this killer. Obviously, he doesn't care enough to find the finer details of the missing shoe. That's why he's taking two. This other guy is only taking one. Why that matters, no idea. Those are my
I
theories.
think looking at the lacerations is going to be a good idea because if they have both of our main injuries, that would mean they could be working together or have similar targets.
Yes.
That was my original theory, but I don't see how these are connected in any way.
Well, that's what
Not
we're
yet,
set
at
to find
least.
out.
I say
I think you're on a really good track there.
we take a little stroll down Burger Lane and visit one of these hotspot chains. See if we can't rustle some feathers.
Take a little trip to Hamburgatory. I like the way you think.
Then it's settled.
When you're dancing with the devil, sometimes you gotta step in hell.
Okay, as you all prepare to go, you hear a voice from behind you. Pretty close, about 10 feet away. Just pierce the rain. I thought I might find you here.
Is that 10?
Hell.
You turn, you see a figure standing underneath an umbrella, their face partially covered, and as they raise it, you recognize the face, 10. Now, what I don't understand is what the hell is going on. And that is where we were going to end today's session.
Ooh!